Yo, yo, here we go. Hey, Valdez, what's up, my man? How you doing? Am I shitting on the International Space Station some more? If I had some, I don't go looking for videos like that anymore. If I had some pop up and I found something really cool to rag on, I would do it. Send me some links if you see anything, because I just don't have that pop up on my screw tube, retard tube. Screw tube, because YouTube doesn't give me any videos. They cut me off from any good videos. I don't. It's my YouTube experience is completely different than 10, 15, 20 years ago. I would say 15, probably something years plus. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 16, 17, 18 years ago. I started watching YouTube, I think. And it was completely different. It was superior to this. Like back then, you could the best videos ever would just pop right up. It was like there was like a spirit guiding me, grabbing me by the back of the neck, and just clicking and going, "Here, watch this. Here, watch this." Now you can't get any good videos. It's like, "Here, watch this retard fucking." Yeah, man. Try to juggle a banana or some stupid shit. Fucking retarded. But yeah, I mean, all that shit is fake. There is no International Space Station. You cannot orbit anything because there's nothing to orbit. You're going up into the air and there's nothing up there. There's nothing to orbit. The only way to loiter above is with an air balloon or an electromagnetic levitation or via electromagnetic levitation. Fuck this world and the cock it rode in on. Yeah. Let me try to get rid of these wrinkles. Oh, man. Almost gone. This one's almost gone. That was rough. God damn. Yeah, bro. Augmented. Remember the augmented virtual reality nonsense they tried to sell everybody? They're hanging on fucking what do you call it? They're hanging on swings, you know, strings. What do you call it? They're hanging on. What was the Cash App name? Shit, man. Let me check it out. I don't even remember, bro. It should be probably like Meltology Professor or something. Somebody did give me a $10 dono, so it works. I did get the card. Let's see. Why won't it let me pull up my shit? Okay, I'm not. It's not letting me pull up my fucking name or nothing, dude. What's going on? Come on, man. Just try Meltology Professor Jerry. See if there's a Meltology account. There it is. God damn, you fucking jerks. It should be Jerry DeCamp Meltology Professor is what it should be. It's got $ Meltology Professor. That's what it is. God damn it. Cash tag Meltology Professor, and the M and the P are capitalized. I don't know if that helps or means anything. So yeah, that's it. It's called let me see, how do you do this? I'll show you exactly what it looks like too. That's it right there. That's the Cash App. That's the cash tag. Oh, like that's the cash tag. Ugh. It's been hell over here, man. This noise over here, this data center here is getting louder. I need a drone, dude. I mean, desperately need a drone. I gotta fucking send up a drone and see what the fuck is going on over here, man. It is like a nonstop data center over here. A diesel generator running 24/7 all of a sudden, dude. My life is hell now. I need a goddamn drone. Man, my problem is the terrain is so hard to get over there. It's right there, but the terrain is insane. Plus, it's real easy to get off. The landslides are looking rough. It's real easy to get lost. And, I mean, it sounds like it's right there, and it does. When I walk this way and then come back this way, walk this way, it is coming from that way right there, but it could be still a ways off because these things, I can hear it all the way to the mailbox almost. So whatever they're running, it is huge, man. You can hear it all the way to the mail, all the way down to this neighbor's land down there. And you can hear it. These things are huge or loud. They have to be because the whole area is plagued with this data center noise now. See, this is all mental illness. They should be building farms. We need farms, not data centers. We need farms, not data centers. How is everybody this dumb? When I was growing up, there was hardly any grocery stores, and everybody had a farm, their own land and animals. Everybody. Not everybody. Oh, what about? No, I mean, a lot of people did, bro. I mean, everybody but the retards in the city had their own garden, even if you're in a neighborhood resident. And then that's why they made them illegal because, oh, hey, you're not allowed to have grow your own food. Well, you got to grow our cat piss shit food, GMO slop. Yeah, this is all madness. Look, they have no money. They had no money for people's food stamps budget and food to feed the poor, poverty children of the United States of America. But they got money for data centers, war, pedophile Israel, pedophile fucking everywhere. They got money for everybody but your children to eat. Underwater data centers. Great. This is madness, man. This is evil as shit. I can't believe the world is going to sit here and watch the pedophiles build a prison around it, and they do nothing. They just allow a prison to be built around it. Okay, I'm locked in. Fuck me in my ass now with no Vaseline. You fucking pedos. Holy fuck. Oh, man, what to do? I don't know what to do. I'm going crazy with this loud noise here, man. I need a break from this noise. I got to get out of here. I need a drone, though. I really need to see a drone, dude. If somebody, just let me borrow your drone. Please, I'll send it back. Somebody buy me a drone so I can send it up. I'll show the video. I'll show the video. I'll see whatever's over there. I'll show the video of it. I promise. Whether it's fucking whoever it is, I'll show the video, take pictures of it. We'll see what the fuck is going on up there so I don't get lost and die. I might try to go over there tomorrow or the next day. And if I don't do a live stream soon, that means I died. I got lost. Seriously. Yeah. If I don't do a live stream the next time I'm due, Sunday, Wednesdays at noon, then, yeah, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I fell in a landslide. I got lost. A bear ate me. A mountain lion ate me. Whatever. Black Panthers ate me. And my dog. Maybe it's called a different way. That's crazy. Well, I just opened it up, and that's what it told me that it was. Try Jerry Decamp, dude. I don't know what to say. It works because somebody gave me $10, bro. And they said, Shout out to the $10. That was like a few weeks ago, at least. Something. JM Arnold, thanks. Shout out. He said, love your work. Thanks. Account Jerry DeCamp without the capital C because I wasn't trying to shoot for that. It just did that for me. And then it says cash tag Meltology Professor. That's it right there. Cash tag is Meltology Professor. And they donated, dude. Yep, it works. That's fucking wild. Anyway, I can't get the fucking thing to work right there anyway. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Yeah, dude, use Patreon, dude. I mean, that's the same Patreon I've had for years, man. It's the same one. Just use that. That would be great. Damn, bro. Your name come up with that too. Yeah, I don't. Just go with the Meltology Professor one. If it's not Meltology Professor, it's an old one. I can't access it. Like I said, just go with the Meltology Professor one. Cash tag Meltology Professor. Yep. Cash tag. Anyway, I don't know what's wrong with it. Patreon, when the buildings cried, it probably still there. Should be.
It has been extremely rough since all this noise started.
They don't need to know what a Bitcoin is to understand that a fan that is cooling off a computer is making noise.
It's a form of psychological torture.
When you mess with somebody in our communities, I'd like to think you mess with all of us.
It's just criminal, dude. The fucking billionaire, rich class, Epstein class, political class, government class, just literally diarrhea shits all over all of us. And nobody does anything about it. When are you people going to stand up and fight back? I can join in and start hanging these cocksuckers in government.
Bitcoin really does suck. It costs the consumers and the county and the community.
All the Bitcoin mines have been turning into, guess what? Data centers.
Thousands of dollars. It costs us in our electric bills. It costs us in our health. It costs us in our property values. It costs us dearly. None of the community here knew they were coming. We didn't know that this was going to impact our lives until it came in and did.
It's the most evil fucking shit ever. And I'm sitting here having to deal with this noise right now. I swear it's at least 85 plus decibels out here. I'm telling you, from a low, not high pitch. It's low. It's low vibration. It literally, I can feel it vibrate in the house. It could be miles away. That's how big these things are.
People might not realize how tender these communities can be. They're intelligent people. They just want to be treated fairly. And they know what a Bitcoin mine is. They don't need to know what a Bitcoin is to understand that a fan that is cooling off a computer is making noise.
Literally 96% of the United States is empty land. 96% is empty land. But they chose all the land right next to you to do it. They could have hidden them way away from everybody and done them. And then it wouldn't have bothered anybody. They wouldn't be bothering anybody. They could have taken them all and put them out of sight and mind, and they wouldn't be bothering anybody. That's not what they want to do. They're out there to put you off your land. This is to get the rest of you the fuck out of your houses everywhere. They're putting them everywhere. It's all multifaceted. Don't get it twisted.
Texas has become a major hub for America's Bitcoin mining industry, thanks to a surplus of already existing power plants, lax regulations, and industry-friendly politicians.
Texas is on course to become one of the biggest producers of Bitcoin in the world.
Crypto's like catnip to politicians here. Senator Ted Cruz, Governor Greg Abbott can't get enough of it.
I want the state of Texas to be the single most favorable location on the face of the planet for the blockchain industry.
Something I really took away when I was researching what was going on with the blockchain.
For the blockchain, not for the people. Did you notice that pedophile Dick Ryder from Israel, basically, is basically an Israel citizen, said that he not for the people. It's for the corporations. He just said that for block bullshit. Everything but you. It's never for the people.
Chain is that it was supposed to be a net good.
In 2021, Hood County commissioners approved a new Bitcoin mining facility on the lot of a gas plant in Granbury called Wolf Hollow 2. Marathon Digital Holdings, one of the largest Bitcoin holders in the world, set up shop at the plant in Granbury and then purchased the facility in December 2023.
The way that it was sort of brought into Texas, it was happening very fast, which is always something that I feel like, journalists, it's a red flag. How is this going to have, what impact is this going to have on people?
Nobody did any research. There was no environmental impact studies, no impact studies on humans or livestock or anything in this area. They just came in and plugged into the gas mine or the gas power plant and set up. We had no idea. There was nothing done.
The Wolf Hollow Data Center, which houses more than 30,000 computers, began running in the summer of 2022. Thousands of fans churn constantly in order to cool the machines. Cheryl Shadden lives just north of the mine, across Mitchell Bend Highway.
So if you see across the pasture, across the road, those are the Bitcoin miners. They've got banks and banks of fans in there, and that's what this noise is from.
In our interviews, we used professional microphones to isolate voices from the hum of the nearby mine. Because Cheryl lives so close by, the background noise is most audible here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The noise became unbearable. The noise got louder and louder. I started contacting people on social media and asking if there were any other problems in this area. Everybody's having the same
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
problems: headaches, dizziness, hearing loss, inability to sleep at night, sounds that pervaded our homes, rattled our walls and doors and windows.
I hardly get any sleep. It is so loud, and when I raised up, I just started just throwing up. I couldn't stop and sick. Oh my God.
And is it going to take somebody dying before somebody really does something? And who's going to be responsible for that?
I mean, I'll tell you what, it has been extremely rough for the last
It is rough, dude. My
3 years.
My ears are vibrating. I got a
Since
headache.
all this
All I
noise
hear is that
started.
vibration.
It causes you to just be
So annoying.
at your wits' end all the time.
Yeah, I can't even sit.
People who live near the mine say the noise levels are worse on some days than others.
Nightmare. I can't be here.
2 months ago or something like that, I passed out and my heart quit on me right there in this house that we're in. And I came back to, my heart come back beating. And so I went to the doctor, and when I got there, my heart quit on me again. And they finally got me back. And the doctor that was there was a specialist who puts in a whole different kind of a pacemaker. Well, I didn't have any heart issues before I came here.
They're going to kill you.
I don't know. I can't prove that any of this sounds.
You just went from the fire frying pan into the fire by going to a doctor.
System, that sound out there has pushed me to the point of being stressed to the max. I can't prove it to you. I don't have any data to give to you, but I just know what's in my body and I know what I've been through.
It's a form of psychological torture to have constant.
I'm being tortured right now by this goddamn noise over here, bro. No, it's just like this, dude.
Noise exposure. It's been done for years. And
I mean, what I'm listening to is like the sound of a constant diesel generator, like huge generator, man.
Very effective in those regards. And these people near the Bitcoin mining facility, they could find themselves lack of sleep, depression, anxiety, and there's even been some studies out there.
At to a point where there's no way to even cloud it out with loud rain or anything, man. With my phone, it's so loud. It is insane.
They've shown that there's associated with possible cardiac and blood pressure issues. I think these people have a valid complaint, and I think it needs further investigation at least to determine if they're probably.
They could have put them on the 96% of empty land in the U.S. and they chose every one of them next to all your fucking houses, man. Let that sink in. Every one of them are intentionally near your houses that they want you to move out of. First and foremost, they want you out of these areas and in the cities.
Problems can be associated directly with it.
Time has spoken with more than 40 people who say they've experienced health issues, and local doctors who say they now see patients with noise-related complaints on a regular basis. A growing field of scientific researchers are measuring the impact of urban and industrial noise on humans.
Dr. Munzel, my name is Andrew Chow. I'm a reporter for Time Magazine. I'm calling you because
Dr. Thomas Munzel is a German scientist who studies how urban noise, mostly from machines and especially at night, can be a debilitating stressor on the heart, brain, and cardiovascular systems.
The soul requires peace. That's why everybody says rest in peace, for fuck's sake. Come on.
I was out in Granbury a couple of weeks ago talking to the people in the town who are experiencing all sorts of health issues. Do a lot of these track with what your research shows?
Yeah, so this is really shocking to me to see that these people are getting exposed to these very high decibel levels. So I think this is to me like a torture, especially if this is running all
dealing with 100 decibels at least right here.
Day long, also during the night when we have very high decibel level, let's say above 90 or 100 decibel, then you can get damage of your ear organ. And when you have less high intensity noise, let's say between 50 and 60 decibel, then you're getting annoyed about the noise and you're developing stress. You get high cortisol levels or sympathetic nervous system activation. And if you have this for a long time, actually you develop your own cardiovascular risk factors. So blood pressure goes up, diabetes develops, and your cholesterol level go up. There is really
they really know what they're doing, and they really want to destroy us all.
Urgent need to stop this noise exposure just to keep the people healthy.
Noise regulation is largely a local issue. In New York City, for instance, a noise code theoretically caps restaurant music and air conditioning at 42 decibels. Texas has a cap at 85 decibels. It is the loudest state limit in the nation.
There it is.
So I popped 86 right at the end. I wanted to make sure we weren't going to get that cars interfere.
Hood County's residents are overwhelmingly conservative and pro-business. Constable John Shirley, a former member of the far-right militia the Oath Keepers, is no stranger to strong opinions about government overreach. But this issue seems to have brought the town together to push for more regulation of big business.
This is a sound meter I purchased on Amazon. Anybody can purchase one just like it. It's considered a certified sound meter.
I spent about
Regulate the government. Regulate the government instead of regulating the fucking people. And yeah, and regulate the corporations because they shouldn't exist. Never, ever, ever be allowed to regulate mom and pop, though, because that's not what you're allowed to do.
6 months taking readings around the plant. I picked like 5 or 6 different locations around Wolf Hollow 1, 2, and the Bitcoin mining facility, and just different times of day, different weather patterns, different temperatures, trying to figure out, was there rhyme or reason to what was going on? I finally reached the point where I had a confidence level that they indeed were potentially violating the law.
Those are kind of the main places I was testing for probably the first 6 months.
The law that I'm operating off of is a disorderly conduct law in Texas. And it absolutely was not written for industrial noise pollution. It was written for a neighbor who makes too much noise with their garage band.
Which is fine. So if you're still if you're still over that, then you're still a problem. So get them.
Constable Shirley
Fucking cocksuckers are causing harm. I don't care who gets them.
has started writing $500 fines for noise violations against the company.
I want to say it's like 35 to 39, somewhere in their citations that I've written them.
Marathon has requested a jury trial to overturn this low-level misdemeanor.
The citations will work their way through the court systems, and either a judge or a jury at some point, hopefully we'll get to hear testimony from people in this community, which to me is, that's going to be the backbone of this part.
Yeah, and then you know what they're going to do? They're going to fuck you and say, fuck you, retard. Drug money? What are you talking about? Get a job. Why are you here? Fat man, if I'm such a loser, why are you here? You fucking cocksucker. What drugs do I do, bro? I'm in the middle of the woods, you ass clown. You're cursed. I fucking curse your little fucking puny heart and soul. Die, you fat fuck. You're such a fat loser. You admit it. You know you're a loser. You even put it in your name. What's up, Steven? Another perspective. Bud Scat. Evaldis. What you doing today there, Bub Scat? What are you working hard? Another day in the plantation. How you doing, Fiona, Chris, Stephen? Yeah, I'm. It's mind-boggling, dude. It's mind-boggling. Again, I don't force anybody to watch me. You morons. Turn the fucking channel right now, you fucking losers. You don't deserve to get the truth from me. You don't deserve it. You fucking retards. You're too dumb to understand me anyway. Fucking cocksuckers at the data centers, man.
Running a data center near Williston to build sound mitigation walls around the site.
But those who live nearby say it's just as noisy as ever. Michael Anthony joins us now from the Atlas Power Data Center for an update. Michael?
God, listen to that fucking cement mix there.
Monica and Alan, as you can see, the walls are up here at the Atlas Power Data Center. They line the south and western parts of the site. They do not go through the north and eastern part, so there is a gap not fully enclosed. Now, no matter what kind of...
They could have taken, instead of building a wall, they could have built it away from everybody. There's 96% of the U.S. is empty.
Of mitigation one would use here, it would be impossible to say they would get rid of all the noise coming from this data center. However, the residents we spoke to say these walls are completely ineffective. Now, I came out here last night.
It's an insult to your intelligence. What a joke.
With a decibel reader and compared it with...
That's helped a little bit, it looks like. I mean, that's still, anything helps, dude. These fuckers are loud.
On June 20th.
I'll take that reduction right now. Let's go.
First, before the walls went up. Now, we're seeing similar levels ranging from anywhere from 65 to 85 decibels. And now that's comparable to a washing machine, according to the CDC. I will say some of the readings yesterday looked higher than on June 21st, but there was a strong gust, which may have...
The washing machine ain't nothing, but that's compared to that. That shit's cray-cray.
Factored into it. So
fucking psychological warfare. Right here, this is torture. This is what I call torture. Like by pedophile government and corporations working together. Fascism. It's called fascism. Oh.
I won't say whether or not it's louder than it was before. Either way, the levels are still about the same. Now, several residents to the south of the site, including Corey Seidel, say this is very disappointing.
It's still unacceptable noise because it's heavy industrial. Is supposed to keep all their noise and dust and everything inside their perimeter, and it's definitely not that.
We did reach out to Urban Solutions Group, who designed the walls, for comment, and CEO Heidi Gill declined to comment on this matter. Now, phase 2 of the data center was...
What, dude? What? God damn, dude, what?
Operating under a 60...
That's all I hear.
60-day certificate of occupancy, which was approved by Williams County Commissioners on June 29th.
Imagine having a Lexus. This isn't even that bad. That is insane.
That means the commissioners will...
That's barely worse than that, man. It's worse. That is if I would have to...
We'll have to discuss this matter before the end of the month to determine whether...
More of a higher pitch. The shit I'm dealing with is a little more lower, but it's still just as bad.
Or not to extend it. In Williams County, Michael Anthony reporting for your news leader.
God damn, bro. What the fuck? Man, what a fucking nightmare, eh? Dumber than dog shit off the ground. Yeah, that noise is rough, dude. Rough. Hey, Fiona, I appreciate your donations. I really do. Same with you, Chris. Evaldis. Shout out to Freak, Melflood, Chicago. Dana, hope y'all are doing well. I miss y'all very much. Even give it Gio a shout out. Where the hell's Gio when you need him? That freak. They abandoned me. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Yeah, I know. It's constant, man. They dude, in the city, they're nonstop running, or out of the city and cities, they're nonstop blowing train horns. In the city, they're nonstop with the sirens. They don't want the soul to have any peace. They don't. They know you require it. They know it makes you uncomfortable. They know it's psychological warfare. Something demonic and satanic and etheric and parasitic is feeding on this shit. You can bet your asshole on that one. Something's feeding on this shit because the way they go out of their way to create this shit, dude. These motherfuckers are cray-cray. These motherfuckers are cray-cray. Yeah, I hate leaf blowers, all that shit, lawnmowers. I hate all that shit. Chainsaws. That's the only good thing that I would allow. I like about electric. If you could make these things, they're still probably loud, but whatever.
Researching one of the weird. I have been researching one of the weirdest stories that I've ever looked into. It's about a once fringe movement among the tech elite that aims to replace governments entirely with corporations. Privatized societies run by CEOs, built for profit, not for people. Almost like they wanted their own little worlds, playlands, built just for them based on their desires. I eventually pulled away from the story because it seemed a little more silly than anything to be concerned about. But then I realized they might already be getting their way, Just look at Doge and Palantir replacing or breaking the basics of the government, the plans for a futuristic, privatized new Gaza, AI infrastructure growth that's and invasions of countries seemingly at random.
A new power structure in society that will overcome the existing democratic power structures. When billionaires suddenly have a tremendous amount of power and democracy has been proven to be exceedingly vulnerable.
So I decided to dig back in. What is this movement? Where did it come from? How did the people involved get so powerful? Where is it going? And importantly, what can we do to stop it? Let's go back to the weird origins of all this. In 2008, Peter Thiel first got involved in philanthropy, if you can call it that. He opened the Thiel Foundation, a nonprofit that invested in building the world Peter Thiel believed in. And one big investment sticks out: the Seasteading Institute. The Seasteading Institute was started by Patry Friedman, the grandson of Milton Friedman, the famous economist who gave politicians the academic backing to rip off the global working class. The goal of TSI was to build self-sustaining societies at sea, ruled by new governments on newly constructed land. This was particularly appealing to libertarians who wanted to escape the constraints of modern governance.
The question of whether seasteading is desirable or possible, in my mind, is not even relevant. It is absolutely necessary.
Peter Thiel provided the seed money for this project and set up TSI with some office space in a conference room in the Palantir office. He also hooked Friedman up with one of the co-founders, Joe Lonsdale.
You know, we're the guys who create institutions that are changing the world, and we've changed a lot of industries so far here in Silicon Valley, but we haven't been able to change the government. That's a pretty hard one.
Silicon Valley changing the government is exactly what Thiel wanted. I spoke with one of the people who's been following the rise of this movement better than anyone else, Gil Duran, journalist and author of The Nerd Reich, to get a better understanding of the philosophy behind all of this.
There's a long history of people seeking to escape democratic societies or else to bring back monarchy or authoritarianism. In 1997, there was a book that came out called The Sovereign Individual. It argued that in the 21st century, two technologies would result basically in the overthrow of democracy and the demise of nations like the United States. Cybercurrency, which we would call crypto today, and the other one was advanced automation that would create a world without jobs, and that wealthy individuals who are savvy investors could profit from this coming doom and prepare for it by making the right investments. This book had a major impact on Peter Thiel.
And of course, it influenced the people Thiel was paying. Joe Lonsdale got to work. He started a nonprofit, California Common Sense, allegedly dedicated to transparency in government spending, so that voters could make a difference if they found things they were unhappy with. On the surface, that sounds great, but two founders of that nonprofit started a for-profit, OpenGov. OpenGov is a software service for government agencies to manage data. The idea of replacing democratic processes in the hands of all of us with technology in the hands of few was becoming less fringe. And other nonprofits with similar goals started popping up.
But while the idea of using technology to make a decentralized country had some illustrious backers in the mid-2010s,
I'm going to leverage technology to create a new country. And yes, I did say country, not company.
It never really materialized on a serious level. But the think tanks would herald
always fucking Israel or Epstein class, Bill Gates. It's always one of these most
a few successful versions of their privatization plan.
Like Sandy Springs, Georgia, famously the first city in America to privatize nearly all government services. It was the darling of the libertarian press. Everything for profit, nothing public.
Look up Elon Musk's dad. He was a technocratic oligarch, you idiots.
And a consulting firm making a little cash off the taxpayers at every juncture.
Idiots.
Those extra taxes for corporate profit started adding up, though. Eventually, Sandy Springs unprivatized, saving taxpayers millions of dollars a year.
There are also nascent communities focused on Christian values that the network state media heralds.
Battleground Washington, where a data center billionaire is buying up all the property to own the town, the mayor is on his payroll, and Highland Rim, a series of developments in Appalachia run by the investment firm New Founding. And that's not even including the California Forever Project, a proposed tech city in Solano County funded by Mark Andreessen.
Just like the old slave towns back in the day, man.
Reid Hoffman, Sam Altman, and other billionaires. But what if this was never really about these little mini governments? Here's Peter Thiel.
That model railroad train track. Look how that looks like melted buildings.
What if this was never really about these
Yeah.
little mini governments?
Damn,
Here's Peter
I
Thiel
mean,
saying
come on.
the quiet part out loud in 2010.
Technology is this incredible alternative to politics. And the task in this world where politics has
Fucking dick, you cocksucker.
become so broken and so dysfunctional
Sausage smoker. God, he loves dick. Fuck off.
is to find a way
He'll never be a real man.
to escape from it.
Tech instead of politics. We already had Doge and Palantir becoming the operating system of the United States, with a stated goal of being more powerful than the governments using it.
How can we help the government stop the bad guys while also putting systems in place to make sure nobody within the government was doing anything
You're the bad guy, you fucking pedo.
appropriate? So you have to have systems that watch the watchers.
After leaving Palantir, Lonsdale, through his firm 8VC, continued investments in what's called GovTech, tech for government clients.
Not the entire people. We'll keep everything open and transparent. We'll all watch all of you pedophiles, and we'll hang you.
That's surveillance tech, AI drones, AI weapons, even tech to replace 911 with AI. All aim to replace, privatize, and profit from tasks normally attributed to democratically accountable officials.
What's happening now, though, is that the companies are becoming more powerful than the governments they serve. We suddenly have all these billionaire oligarchs spending so much money, they were able to actually capture the federal government with Trump. So it's this interesting moment now where we're getting
This has been captured since my entire life. I watched this fucking government fucking diarrhea shit, no matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. My entire life, I watched the government diarrhea shit all over the people while a small group of people got rich.
a glimpse
And everyone else got wiped out. That's my whole life. That's what I watched. I saw it. I lived it. It sucked.
of what government by technology company would look like.
And Lonsdale is working to convince.
Now it's finally coming to a head and into fruition, meaning hyperinflation. And it's going to get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs up in here unless people get their heads straight.
You that we need this by making you scared. Lonsdale founded the Cicero Institute, a think tank that pushes anti-homeless messaging. Not anti-homelessness messaging, but messaging attacking the homeless themselves, and even legislation creating concentration camps where unhoused people would do forced labor.
You actually can go into states, you can like partner with governors, you can pass laws. Cicero's in 15 states, we're getting dozens of laws.
Listen to this. Who is this fucking pedo fucking cocksucker?
And then we're going to teach people that and go to the national level.
Riling people up is definitely part of their game plan. That's what we saw in the San Francisco recalls. San Francisco had a spike in crime during the pandemic, but so did almost every big city in the United States. Only in San Francisco, which has extreme
Social media to propagandize them and psychologically warfare them.
extremely low crime rates compared to most cities in red states, did they create this massive panic using social media and doom influencers to convince everybody that everything was worse than it had ever been.
And they own the news since the beginning. Vanguard, BlackRock, and Straight Sea, that's a monopoly. Not to mention it's been infiltrated since the 1970s in open court. They talk about Mockingbird media. So the media is not your media, you dumb retards. It's intelligence. It's corporations. It's not you. It's not you.
And as Lonsdale got into nonprofits and think tanks, Patrice Friedman, remember him, Milton Friedman's grandson, started his own VC firm with backing from Peter Thiel called Pronomos Capital, existing entirely for investing in privatized governments. In Honduras, Pronomos invested in the first government run entirely by a for-profit corporation, Prospera.
Prospera is this little enclave on the island of Roatan in Honduras that claims to be its own little charter city that was funded by American venture capitalists and has been touted as the flagship project of the network state movement.
But the real flagship project is something bigger: the entire United States government. It shows in policy, Remember the whole thing about taking over Greenland? That idea emerged and was celebrated by the people we've been talking about.
I think having a frontier is very healthy. I think part of America being great is that it's growing and creating more wealth for everyone. If the people in Greenland want to be part of us, if we can use those resources better and make sure Russia and China don't get advantages in the Arctic.
The Freedom City as a name didn't...
I don't have anything against Russia and China. I want to work with everybody in the world. There'll never be a problem unless they're just straight up killing me.
Really gain momentum. But the idea is there. And the influence in the administration is clear. Joe Lonsdale helped staff up the Trump administration, and just recently accompanied administration officials to the Philippines to christen a new...
The United States government, let's not get it twisted, is the one attacking its own people, not China, not Russia. It's the United States government, its own politicians, and Israel that is attacking the United States people.
Regulatory zone.
Just last week, we signed a historic deal with the Philippines, 4,000 acres right next to Subic Bay, where we're going to build a first of its kind AI native industrial park.
I was there for a day in the Philippines with everyone.
I want to kill these people so bad. I will choke you to death and piss all over your face.
They're excited what you guys are doing.
That sounds a lot like a startup city. They've also embedded themselves with the rest of the right-wing movement.
I could not have envisioned that J.D. Vance, a Peter Thiel protege, would be the vice president of the United States. And so when Vance got onto the ticket, then it became real that this stuff could travel to the White House. In September 2024, there was a conference at Fort Mason in San Francisco called Reboot 2024. And its website announced that we were now in a new reality and that Silicon Valley was waking up and about to become this powerful force in politics. And the guest speaker was Kevin Roberts of the Heritage Foundation, who is the guy who had shepherded Project 2025. So here you had tech VCs in San Francisco and Kevin Roberts in the same venue proclaiming the new reality.
That's called a conspiracy. They are conspiring. It's not a theory because they're really meeting with each other in public, openly and overtly.
And the new reality is where we are today.
And that's showing in actual policy, like the administration's quietly announced plans for maritime prosperity zones, districts on American soil with fewer regulations for corporations to build ships and reinvigorate the industrial base. Then there's the New American Industrial Alliance, a tech industry interest group, pushing for unrestricted data center growth. They were listed as co-sponsors of the Blueprint for America, lobbying for prosperity zones on American soil, a plan to sell federal and public land to private companies to build low regulation.
Not federal, it's not their land. Hey, group of people called government. There is no such thing as federal land. There's only people land. You don't get to own any of it and tell us what we can do with it. That's why you all got to die in the federal government and every government. You're all marked for death. And more importantly, I cursed every one of your souls, so your souls are marked for death. That's where you diarrhea shit all over yourself right there. I don't care about you here. I'm going to get you on the other side, you fucking shit stains.
Tax havens for progress. They're
Get your soul. I'm coming for your soul.
Co-sponsor on the blueprint was the company behind Prospera in Honduras, whose lobbying disclosures show they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars pushing for prosperity zones. But they also spent big on begging the American government for handouts of your money. They've lobbied on refunding the U.S. International Development Financial Corporation, a government organization run by Epstein associate Ben Black that uses tax dollars to invest in American companies abroad. That's privatized foreign aid, and they might finally get their way.
Black went to Honduras and promised investment in real estate and technology there, including an investment in La Ceiba, which is slated to be absorbed by Prosperity.
When does the corruption stop being exponential?
But it's more than just government handouts. It's war crimes.
So we did a master plan, and we've developed ways to redevelop Gaza. Gaza, as President Trump's been saying, has amazing potential, and this is for the people of Gaza. We've developed it into zones.
It was sort of insane to see it all.
You don't get to say anything. The Palestinians are a sovereign people. And guess what that means? You know what that means? There is no we. The only people that get to decide is Palestinians, not you, you pedophile, cocksucking rich piece of shit. You've lost your fucking mind.
Come together in this way. But again, wherever you look these days with Trump or with these tech guys, there's always the idea of a new.
Again, the only rebuilding they need to do is to pay for the shit they just let destroy. That it helped Israel destroy.
New city that they're proposing, and it's not clear why we need these new cities. You know, Gaza should be rebuilt for the Palestinians, but these guys see it as an opportunity to take the land, and so that shows you the degree to which this thinking is starting to imbue everything that they do.
Look at how the people in this fringe movement reacted to other invasions.
Look at these cocksucking pedophiles. Look at this cocksuckers. Look at them, a bunch of pedophile motherfuckers. Look at them. Faggots.
In 2019, Mark Lutter, leader of a Peter Thiel-funded New City think tank, said that overthrowing the Venezuelan government would be an opportunity for these projects. And when the invasion did happen, Lutter suggested America establish a Florida or Texas-style government there. He cites America paying for a wholesale development plan after regime change, which is exactly what we're doing in Iran today, to the tune of $300 billion. Palmer Luckey, Lonsdale and Thiel associate and founder of AI defense contractor Anduril, pictured here in cosplay, suggested a privatized city on Guantanamo Bay in Cuba, which President Trump also threatened with invasion.
Again, nobody wants this. They know that. That's why they hate populism. That's why they hate democratic representation, despite all of this being couched in freedom.
What they're asking for is to exit entirely from any government structure. But that's just not how it works, especially when most of these guys are government contractors and are still wanting to have the benefits of our society without having the responsibilities of our society.
These are people who don't like being told no. They're angry at the pushback against data centers, that we don't want AI to take over everything, that no one supports annihilating a civilization to replace it with one they can profit from.
People need to understand that the billionaires have become radicalized against democracy, and they're in the process of using everything they have to try to destroy it. And that's the battle of our moment. That's the battle of our time.
It's not too late to push back. Public response to data centers works. Many of the governance as a service startups are starting their work in towns and states where you can still have a voice to stop them. The billionaire class wants to turn your home into their playland, completely change how everything is run to funnel more wealth to themselves.
This class of people is demented, man. They marry horses and shit. You were warned in history about power, and here you are giving an insane amount of power to a small group of people. How dumb are you fucking idiots out there in the public? You fucking retards.
Create chaos, and then when everything is all fucked up, walk away with their winnings to their own private enclaves, all under the guise of fixing a broken government, a government that they broke. And yeah, sure, the government
is the one that created the problem, you dipshits. You can't use what created the problem to fix the problem when the existence of it is the problem. If it didn't exist, there wouldn't be any of these problems. You pinhead motherfuckers!
Is broken. But it's not because of democracy or lack of corporate privatization. It's because of corporate power. We need more democracy.
God, but shut your fucking shit-stained fucking face. These people are so disappointingly dumb. The people in this world are disappointingly dumb. Every one of these retards that I listen to are a huge disappointment to me. Yeah, that's a good way to do it too. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Neighbors are assholes on top of everything else. Yeah, I really fucking need some support, man. I got fucking nothing, man. I mean, it's bad enough I got to hear all this noise, dude, but I don't got any goddamn food, weed, and nothing, dude. I mean, damn, bro. My shoes, I really need shoes, man. Like, I need shoes, man. I got no fucking shoes, man. And this shoe problem is a major problem for me right now. If somebody wants to help me out with some shoes, please, for fuck's sake. Waterproof this time, folks. Waterproof. If you're going to do it, man. I don't have a single pair of shoes I can go outside in the morning and my socks don't get wet from walking in the grass. So you can't go outside. You got to wear these rubber boots that come up to here that are awkward and tight they're actually my brother's. So they're a little tight for me, actually. And uncomfortable, of course. And, they're not meant to be worn. They're not comfortable. Need a regular pair of shoes, something comfortable. But it's rough. Like I said, everybody's fucking suffering. It sucks. We live in a world that's just basically went full retard, and now we're suffering the consequences of it. Actions and behaviors have consequences. And when you let a group of people have a monopoly on power, what do you think they're going to do? Like you can't do that. That's why you fought against kings and queens a few hundred years ago. Why can't you fight? You can fight against them and hang them with their entrails. You're so tough, but you can't fight government. Come on, man. Let's go, people. It's time to fight for your fucking freedoms. Oh my God, you better fuck off.
There is an increasing push on how to reshape the way people move around, how they farm, if they can farm, what they can build, how they use energy, how they can use land. And a huge push right now is for the 15-minute cities.
I am actually on site at this facility, this new 15-minute city that they're building. And as I told you guys in the previous post, I own a trucking company. And my purpose of being here is that we deliver the lighting for this place. And this is how I learned that this place actually existed. So these are the lights that I bring here every week, twice a week, for this monstrosity of a complex. So it's just not, I'm getting pictures from somebody else. This is actually a real place that I'm at. This is in Frisco, Texas.
So here's a horror story for you. Everything you need, all within a 15-minute walk from your front door. If that doesn't sound so scary and honestly just sounds pretty nice, then
it sounds like a fucking prison.
And it's too late for you, according to some conspiracy theorists. To them, being able to easily walk to the store or
there's no such thing as a conspiracy theorist.
Or to work is like
the fact that you say that proves you're a dumb cunt. You fucking idiot.
Living in an open-air surveillance prison nightmare, being imposed by shadowy forces. Let's back up a second. The idea of a 15-minute city was coined by Franco-Colombian urbanist Carlos Moreno and inspired by American urbanist Jane Jacobs. The concept suggests that cities should be reimagined so that most people can get their needs met, going to the store, going to school, going to work, all within a 15-minute walk or bike ride. Some of this might sound familiar if you've lived in the city for the past 3 years. The urgency of COVID restrictions led to mayors across the world closing streets and expanding bike lanes to center pedestrians and allow for more open-air travel. That's a win for everyone, unless you're one of those people who fears parking spots disappearing or that densifying urban areas means being in touch with the working class. But a new strain of opposition has grown on social media, one where people believe that 15-minute cities are actually just a pretext for open-air prisons enforced by a police state, where citizens will be prevented from leaving their enclosed zone. Edmonton, Canada is the latest place dealing with backlash against moves to make the city more walkable, after their Mayor Amarjeet Sohi, proposed creating 15-minute districts with widened sidewalks, multi-use trails, and other sustainable infrastructure.
Guess what? You don't get to tell everybody, the entire world, what to do. You're one person, an idiot. Shut your mouth.
that would aim to reduce commute times, encourage walking, and also make it easier for you to go back to the store if you forget that one ingredient you need for dinner. Conspiracy.
And you guys, I love your ideas. They're great, but fuck off. You're not going to tell me what to do or how to live. You're adorable and cute, but I'll chop your fucking head off. Go away with your ideas of how you want the world to be, unless it's happiness for everyone.
Theorists began circulating
Freedom for everyone.
a map, purportedly of Edmonton.
If you're free, you can now make yourself happy. You have the ability to make yourself happy if you're truly free.
But spoiler alert, this isn't even in North America, dividing the city into something out of the Hunger Games. The map is actually of Canterbury, England, which also has rolled out its own 15-minute city proposal to a similar kind of backlash. Canterbury's plan involves closing off roads through the city center to traffic by using license plate readers to find motorists that aren't taxis or delivery vehicles. The goal there is to reduce congestion and prompt people to walk or bike instead of driving. Other cities have successfully done similar or more stringent measures to limit car use to curtail traffic, like some cities in Colombia.
Well, because you have a mental ill belief, dude, of the way we've been operating for thousands of years. All of a sudden, they have a weird belief that it's wrong. It's insane.
Are banned from driving certain days of the week based on the digits on their license plates. But conspiracy theorists have seen something sinister in these proposals, even expressing alarm that the concept was discussed by the World Economic Forum, which is a dog whistle for a number of conspiracies.
Was taking place in China. It's called 15-minute cities, where in order for me to enter my apartment complex, I have to do a biometric scan. In order for me to leave my apartment, I have to do a biometric scan. That information gets...
Hear that? These fuckers have to do a bioscan to leave their prison, house.
It's sent to the government agency or police station.
Fuckers over there in China, guess what? They're in that's what I call a prison. They're in a prison right now. They have been captured by the government, and all the protesters get fucking rounded up and social credited negatively. And you're seeing it. China has completely taken over its population, the government, the small group. It's completely taken it over via technology. And now all the rich billionaire cocksucking, dick-sucking faggots want you here to live the same way as the imprisoned Chinese.
And it gets you logged in. So much so to the point where if you have a poor social credit score and you do biometric scans and you want to get into your apartment, it says access denied. They don't even let you into your own home. It's getting really crazy. And during COVID, the 15-minute city lockdowns, you couldn't leave your apartment.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built.
No, because freedom is great. Freedom is what is great. Not some pedophile telling everybody what to do.
Specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation, and including 90% of Gen Z, would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking spaces, no garage.
Get used to your prison cellmates forever.
Garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
A bunch of fucking crackhead losers.
Like social spaces around every corner.
The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike, and a partnership with Lyft gets them discount rides. Now, those are the partners. Investors in Cul-de-sac's $30 million Series A include
a bunch of mental illness. This world is mentally ill. Yeah. Look how this world operates out of complete mental illness. It would be how you would want to do it if you were to do everything the opposite. The opposite. If you did everything the opposite of the way this world did it, the world would be the most epic paradise of all time.
Lennar, one of the nation's largest home builders, and Khosla Ventures and Founders Fund.
It's not as affordable out here as it was a few years ago.
Yeah. How do we fix the problem? Do the opposite of what you're doing. What's the solution? Do the opposite of what you've been doing, stupid shithead. God damn. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, and having that opportunity to live and work where you are and just have it as one, that's perfect.
15-minute cities or smart cities. Sounds great in theory, doesn't it? Everything you want or need, just a 15-minute walk or bike ride away. Let's look a little closer.
And they love the idea that they're going to trick you into your own imprisonment. This is where these weird demons get off, man.
The technology used to achieve the smart city is digital monitoring. Your phone, your fridge, your dishwasher, and all your other smart devices will be updating data in real time for the sake of convenience. This is referred to as the Internet of Things, or IoT. If you look up C40 cities, their main goal is to stop climate change. You'll see Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal.
Again, that is a religious belief that's been debunked by reality. See, this is a religion that is being forced and imposed on everybody, this belief. This climate warming, global warming, climate change is a mentally ill religious belief. And everybody, their whole life knows it. The older people that have lived here their whole life and understand the same 4 seasons are locked in forever here. You will never have any change. It'll be the same 4 seasons forever because the sun's bound to an electromagnetic track that literally spirals up and down, in and out, faster and slower. Again and again, the same 4 seasons. My whole life I've been watching it.
On the list. C40 doesn't charge for membership. In fact, it pays out the cities who join the agenda. They share an awful lot of goals with the W.
It's all rigged. It's all rigged. They're all bribed. The government, their government, just the bribery never ends with the government shit. They just keep bribing the government again and again. How do you not see it, you retards?
WEF, or World Economic Forum. Look it up. Mainly reducing greenhouse emissions by cutting down on farming and fertilizer, replacing meat with more sustainable options.
Everything they're saying is the opposite of reality and actual wealth and sustainability and freedom. Okay? I'm so sick of this fucking place.
Making all cars electric.
Motherfuckers, or you better start fighting for your freedom, or you're all gonna lose it all. We're gonna lose it all. There's already no freedom here, folks. You idiots. It's gonna be worse. Wake up. What are you doing?
Electric or cutting down on private car ownership altogether. Those are some pretty lofty goals, considering the people spearheading these campaigns take private jets to the climate change conference each year. Maybe they should practice what they preach. Who elected these guys?
No, they won't even try to set an example and pretend. Okay, they have disdain for you. They know it's nonsense, and they don't give a fuck about you and what you think.
Anyway, no one? I see no way this could possibly go wrong. The WEF's main goal regarding smart cities is to create a governance system by gathering our data to help combat crime and reduce emissions. So you need all the data from cities all over the world to keep us safe. Call me a skeptic, but I don't like to imagine our real-time data being handed over to unelected officials who actually aren't even officially qualified to determine what's best for every person on the planet. Have you?
That's why government can't exist.
You've seen what's happening in Oxford, England right now? People are rioting because a smart city was imposed on them, despite the majority voting against it. Each resident will be fined for driving.
Yeah, make this shit up, man.
Having their normal route during peak hours. If they want to cross without a fine, then they have to take a ring road, which ends up being worse for carbon emissions, not better. You can apply for.
They turn around and make the problem worse. You can prove that what they did makes the problem worse, and yet here they are allowed to continue with their mental illness called government.
A permit that allows them to cross unfined 100 times a year.
People
So say you live in one zone and you work in another, even if you're granted a permit, and we saw how hard it was to get any sort of exemption during the pandemic, that still wouldn't be enough time to get to work.
Who? Your mommy and daddy? What? Why are you people all subject to government? Why?
To get to work one way for a part-time job, let alone if your grandkids live in another district.
Subject to a group of strangers telling you what to do, the most batshit mentally ill shit. What is wrong with you?
Or you have a sick relative you're trying to help out. To tie this to my last video, if you combine digital ID with smart cities, the potential for overreach is staggering. Your carbon footprint will be monitored and your digital ID is
No, they just accidentally did all this. It's a complete accident that they put this together to control us. It's completely coincidence.
linked to your bank account. Drove too far? Sorry, you're out of carbon credits for the week. Didn't pay your ticket for crossing through town and out of your district too many times? Not to worry, we've already deducted it from your digital wallet. Decide where your
It'll have an expiration date on it and where you can use it and how much you can use and how far away from your house you can use it.
line in the sand is. If you give an inch more than that, they'll take a mile.
Never give anybody an inch. You might as well be giving them a mile right now, you dumb fucking retards. You dumb retards.
This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, about a smart city. These apartment complexes will have everything that you need. Grocery store, daycare center, hair salons, you name it, it's going to be here. Doctors, you name it. So you really have no reason to go anywhere else. And as I said before in other posts, they want you comfortable being uncomfortable. Look at this project.
But what are your thoughts on all of these different shifts that are happening? Do you believe that they are random events? Do you believe that it is a restructuring?
No, I don't believe in coincidences. I'm sorry, but I don't believe in coincidences. I hear you, Steve. It's fucking mental. They're all a bunch of cocksucking faggots. For some reason, the Epstein class has a bunch. It's all faggots. I don't know why, but that's what it is. All these rich fucks, they're all fags. I mean, they throw what are called stag parties, where it's just a bunch of guys, so they can suck each other's dick or something. And they're all rich. Yeah, all the information's right in their face and overt. They literally are seeing the people meet in front of them on TV, and they're like, "That's a conspiracy." What do you? They're right there. What do you mean? It's not the conspiracy theory. No, it ain't. It's not a theory because they're sitting right there next to each other, conspiring. The only climate change is from the data centers, folks. The temperatures of these things here. Let's. Holy shit, man. We ain't even seen nothing yet. Well, let me just throw in a quick side note here. Again, they got money for everything but your children to eat food.
Robot.
They always got some mentally ill nonsense money for all this shit.
That's one nightmare fuel enough. Wait until you get a load of this thing. What is it? What?
Foot robot forestry assistant goes viral. It's going to help you help the foresters in the forest cut trees down. What is this mentally ill robot right here? That instead of feeding children, this is the shit they waste money on. Your government. This is the shit your government wastes money on because a corporation that sells these things came along to a politician in a rigged system and paid them money to buy these things with the taxpayers' money. You had no say in it, but the politician they lobbied got money for it. And now they're making money because you're forced to buy a product that you didn't even get told about. Let that sink in. This is how government works with everything, you idiots.
What is it here for? What will it be doing? Well, it is the 3 halves, a 7-foot tall Centro-style robot designed by the California startup company.
I have never seen anything so stupid in my fucking life. They're spending money on this, dude, instead of feeding children. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This is insane. This is insane. So we got Benny. What's up, Benny boy? Another perspective. Steven. Uvaldo's might have split. Bubscat might have left. No, there he is. That's true. I don't know. You and me, we're the same, but he's a frigid. God, dude, I don't even have shoes to wear outside. God, this place sucks, dude.
They do it to their own children or their own loved ones. Scientists are willing to experiment on other people. I don't think they do it to their own children or their own loved ones, but they absolutely have no problem doing it to the unseen, the people that have unknown names, or the people that are very different from them. Don't forget, they've done it not only to African Americans, they've done it to what they called feeble-minded. They've done it to
look up the Tuskegee Airmen incident where the government tests on a bunch of black pilots.
all kinds of people. And science is it's been a real problem, experimenting on humans.
My name's Garland Nixon. I'm standing.
Don't forget about the Montauk Project, where they brought a Nazi over from Nazi Germany to use his knowledge to create horrifying things on an island by crossing DNA and all kinds of crazy shit.
And an N for the one and only Jimmy Dore here on the Jimmy Dore Show.
Probably vessels from the old world.
And we are with Mary Holland. Mary is an author, speaker, and guess what? She is the CEO of Children's Health Defense, an organization focused on legal strategies to defend children's health and obtain justice from those injured. And we have another interesting yet horrifying story. The true story of the military's secret 1950 San Francisco biological weapons test. Operation Sea Spray. They always sound like that. Operation Sea Spray was a military experiment that tested biological weapons over San Francisco in the 1950s. While meant to be harmless, you notice that they always say, well,
like the Patriotic Act, it's actually unpatriotic.
While meant to be harmless. Yeah, we sprayed biological weapons all over the place. We didn't really mean to hurt anybody. I imagine that. The bacteria used may have killed someone. May have. So we actually have a video. Let's take a look.
September 1950, residents of San Francisco noticed an unusual fog rolling through the city. What they didn't know was that the U.S. Navy was conducting a secret biological warfare experiment called Operations
via Navy intelligence. Again, all intelligence is a bunch of sex trafficking, genocidal pedophiles that gotta die. Everybody, intelligence everywhere in the world should be dead right now. I curse your souls. I'm gonna torture the shit out of you on the other side.
Sea spray. For 6 days, the military sprayed Serratia marcescens bacteria over the city to test how biological agents would spread in populated areas.
These are criminals. Your intelligence agencies all around the world are a bunch of pedophile criminal faggots.
Shortly after, 11 people developed serious infections. One man, Edward Nevin, died from the exposure. The military classified the operation and didn't reveal it to the public for 26 years. Operation Sea Spray exposed approximately 800,000 people without their knowledge or consent. Uncovering hidden history.
So once again, we see the United States government doing what it does. Now, you know, when I was working on this story, you know what caught my eye? The year. 1945. The wars end, and we bring over Nazi evil scientists who experiment on people. We bring over Ishii and whatever group, 8400, whatever. There was a group in China. China had an organization. I mean, excuse me. Japan had this group that did the same diabolical and evil things, right?
So, dude, you didn't bring anyone over. You're not the government. So if you didn't bring anyone over and you didn't do all this negative shit, why do you say we? Because you didn't do it. So don't take credit for something you didn't do. Unless you just are a criminal pedophile like them.
We bring them over. And I guess, they kind of
be on their team. No, you sound like you're going to be on their team no matter how many people they spray. You fucking retard. It's we. There is no we. You're not on that team. You sound like you're going to be on their team. How many people they spray because you keep saying we. So fuck you, you piece of shit. Die. I hope this guy dies.
They had to get their feet set. You know what I mean? They had to get together. They had to get their labs set up. They had to decide.
Fucking government motherfucker.
Decide which biological agent they're going to throw at the people. What do you know? They go to some. I'm not saying
they're indoctrinated. He's a lawyer, I think.
That the two things are connected, but I'm just saying.
Useless. He's so indoctrinated. He can't even talk.
A bunch of Nazi and Japanese.
Dude, you get the idea. Let's go to the next video. Government loves you, loves to torture you. I mean, experiment on you. It's insane.
ICC, International Criminal Court Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan was removed from his post over sexual misconduct allegations. This is fascinating.
By Israel. So they're attacking the international criminal community. Why? Because they want to hold the U.S. and Israel accountable. So hey, how does the U.S. and Israel fight back? This is how they fight back. And they do this to everybody. They plant porn on their computers, all kinds of shit.
I'm going to do my best to try and make this as simple and clear as possible because this can get really messy trying to explain it. I'm just going to try and make it as simple as possible without overcomplicating it. So first things first, let's find out what's going on with this. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court was removed from office on Friday, nearly 2 years after sexual misconduct allegations against him.
This might be a different one. Sorry, this might be a different allegation.
Just emerged.
They're trying to get them all.
This is the first thing that we need to make sure that we understand before we go any further, because it was reported, this was March of this year, after a year-long investigation and 3 quote-unquote independent ICC judges viewed it, he was cleared of all charges of these things. Proving, they said that the evidence that was provided proved that this was false. Now, before I go any further.
The evidence they gave him to prove it was him actually proved it wasn't. Get that down there.
I don't know the details of all this stuff. I don't know if they're really...
Anyway, me either. I don't want to go into any more of that. But yeah, understand that the people trying to hold the U.S. and Israel accountable are under attack by these pedophiles, motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, we technically outnumber them, but yeah, I mean...
This mass.
God damn it. Play the fucking thing, you fucking retard. Oh my God. Play the fucking video, you cocksucker. Play the fucking video! You fucking video!
And then name this computer creation SARS-CoV-2.
God damn, what do I gotta do? You fucking retard piece of shit, cursed faggots. God, pull your mouth off of someone's cock for a second and do your fucking job. God damn, you're a bunch of losers. COVID did indeed come from a lab. A computer lab, you dumb fucking retards who will believe anything. You're so dumb, it's insane. They took a sample of fluid from someone who was sick, extracted nucleic acids from the sample, electronically read those fragments into -60 million short digital sequences, used computer programs, Megahit and Trinity to generate over 1.7 million overlapping fragments called contigs. And then from this massive pool, the team selected a single megahit contig at 30,000 plus base pairs, completely setting aside the fact that Trinity found one at approximately 10,000 base pairs, and finally ran a database search that found it was roughly 90% similar to another coronavirus, and then named this computer creation SARS-CoV-2. They literally invented COVID in a computer out of RNA fragments of unknown provenance.
They literally invented COVIDs in a computer out of RNA fragments of unknown provenance. Now that is actually the truth. And I've said that numerous times over the years. There is no COVID virus.
It doesn't exist.
I know.
All you fucking retards that are talking about a fucking Fauci's fucking diary in China lab, dude, that's a total intelligent psyop, and you're too dumb to see it. You're childlike. You just proved dog shit on the ground is smarter than you by believing that this shit is real and came out of China. You are like the most gullible fucking retards. Belief is the enemy of knowing. The word lies right in the middle of it. Never believe anything. You either know it or you don't know it. Admit, hey, I don't know. Anybody who says I don't know is literally saying I'm a genius, because I'm admitting I don't know. I'm not going to believe or lie or try to get you to believe something that isn't true. People that believe things, they want you to believe things that have no evidence. And that's a mental illness to me. Anybody who has a belief and believes in things is mentally ill. You are mentally ill. You either know something or you don't. If you have a belief, you're like a 2-year-old child believing in Santa Claus, and you never grew up into an adult mentally.
If you're out there and you're going, I caught it, I did this swab, well, you're probably going to die, I hate to tell you, because in the swab were all kinds of things to kill you. And
yeah, so when they went to test you with the shit, they gave you a swab that gave you all kinds of shit, and you were putting all kinds of vaccine shit, that they want to vaccinate you through your nose. That's what they're doing to you.
Then I put it into
and they're really poisoning you so that you do have some type of negative illness. They these things are laced. They're all laced, and you stick them in your nose. Yeah.
Polymer chain reaction device, PCR, which amplifies everything and then says you've got a bunch of things that doesn't matter because doesn't matter. And that's it. Thing said I had it, and I felt really bad. I had a really bad flu. Oh, flu, you say? Yeah, no one had the flu that year. Well, according to their stats.
It's a deep
the flu deaths and actual illnesses of that year were zero. Normally they say
the year their fake COVID came out, there was nobody died of the flu. Let that sink in. They all the people that, if there anybody actually did die of a flu, which is really just your body detoxing, and you got sick and you abused your vessel. Fuck was I gonna say? Yeah. Take that.
A few million people every year die from the flu.
Yeah.
But in that year, they said they all died from the COVIDs.
None of this shit. Nobody died from the flu that year. They said they died from the COVIDs. Nobody. So the people that normally are attributed to dying of the flu that year, every year, were called COVID accidents now. Or cases.
And by the way, the flu just means that you're toxic and your body's detoxing. It's not something you catch either.
You don't catch anything.
I don't know. Is anyone...
They tried to scare you with this cootie shit. This was a psyop to spread this idea of viruses and catching into cooties. This is all a psychological warfare on the weak-minded fucking retards here.
Even out there. I've been saying this for 6 years.
Yes, they're so dumb.
Longer, actually. I knew this before. The whole HIV/AIDS thing was all a scam, too.
Yep.
But anyway.
Magic Johnson's still alive, you dumb shit-stain idiots.
They're all like, oh, we're going to get Fraudsy that he created the virus in a lab. Well, if you mean a computer lab, yes. And then what do? They're not even talking about this. They tried every single way to get people to inject themselves with poison, even offering them French fries.
Free fries?
Let that sink in, French fries. Remember that? They're using fries to get you in here in this shit.
When you get vaccinated, I got vaccinated.
Look at that. Good. I hope you're going to be dead soon.
You're saying I could get this? You delicious fries?
Good diet.
And it worked. It worked. Oh, I still can't believe it worked, but it worked. Almost everyone on Earth injected themselves with poison, which nanotech clots your blood. Many of them have died. Many more are still going to die. But they don't talk about any of that. They're all like, oh, he should have done this a little better or that a little better. Really? Trying to kill everyone on Earth. He could have improved it a bit. But no, they'll never, ever, ever talk about that because that's the actual truth. I can't believe people are even watching it like, oh, I hope they get him. What they're trying to get him with is another lie. And would I be surprised if they actually charged him with something? No, they all the time. See, all these people that are in the satanic pedophile cult, whether they know it or not, they're completely useful idiots, or goyim in this case. And when their use is up, they have no problem throwing you under the bus. Like, these people are as evil as it gets. So they'll use you for years as your front man. They'll give you tons and tons of money. Like Fraudsy's super rich from all this. He's also famous, which, you know, some people like. Like, I couldn't care less about being famous, and I'm not. I'm on BitChute, okay? But some of they're all wrapped up in their mind and their ego and stuff. So Fraudsy sold his soul in order to get tons of pieces of paper and be famous. So he could go sit by himself at the Washington Nationals game while no one else was there. Remember that? When he went to he said no one could go to the game, and then he just went by himself and sat there. So yeah, they might eventually charge someone with something, and it'll be something like, oh, he lied about this small little thing or that small little thing, and and give him like a couple years, and he won't even have to go. They'll just say he's in jail. He'll be in Israel or something. Or he'll actually be in jail. Like I said, they don't mind doing that to their people. But the whole thing, if we had a real world where everything wasn't all lies and propaganda and plans and agendas, like basically you could sit down Fraudsy in front of me and I'd be like, yeah, so you had this giant plan along with all your other buddies to kill everyone on Earth. Like, people still don't get. People forget, actually. Within 2 weeks, every place on Earth, every government on Earth, every media on Earth was all saying you're all going to die from a virus. How does that happen? Because it's all controlled by the same people. They control everything, all that stuff. And what do? They locked everything down, destroyed the economy, made a fortune, and then sold billions and billions of dollars of poison shots and tried to kill everyone. So that's what I'd say to Fraudsy. He'd be like, no, I didn't. I'd be like, shut up, hang him. That'd be the whole trial. There's nothing to talk about here. Like, I don't even want to hear an excuse. I know the excuse. The excuse is that you basically are in a satanic pedophile cult and you work for Moloch, and this is what makes you happy. Like, I think a lot of people have already forgotten just like how crazy and bad it all was, which is what they do. Man whose grandma died alone in ER after he was fired for refusing vaccine. Glad to see Francie get a stern talking to. Now see, even that meme doesn't even come close to telling the truth. His grandma didn't die alone in ER. She was murdered with remdesivir and ventilators on purpose. So the meme should actually say, man whose grandma was murdered and he was not even allowed to be there with her as she died and got fired for not taking poison.
Exactly.
Is glad to see Francie get a stern talking to. See, even the memes don't even understand what just happened here. Like, that's all I talked about from 2020 to like 2023. But most people still don't get it. And like I said, most people have forgotten just how crazy it was. There was so much insanity in those years. That's why these videos were so easy to make, because I make fun of all this stuff and how crazy it is, and how stupid it is. I had like 2 or 3 years of just the easiest stuff because people were insane. Remember all the kids in the school trying to play their instruments inside like plastic tents?
You can't make
There's
this
all kinds of stuff.
mental illness. Look at the mental illness that they did. Look at the fear-based mental illness they did on the children. This is just 6 years ago. These cocksuckers did this to the children. They had them in tents. They had them playing instruments in tents. Look at the mentally ill shit that they did. Look at this. Let that sink in, man. That your fellow man, understand your fellow man is mentally ill. Look at that.
I'm trying to play.
Look at these fucking retards. I'm like watching Idiocracy here. I'm literally watching a movie here.
Their instruments inside like plastic tents. There was all kinds of stuff. Remember the guy who was leading a golf tournament? Like a major golf tournament. And then they did the
and then they just ruined his fucking whole life.
PCR on him. And then they're like, oh, you got the COVID, you can't play anymore.
He's feels great, has no symptoms, nothing's wrong with him. He's fine. He's literally playing a golf tournament. And they're like, no, you're sick. No, but I'm fine. I feel great. No, we say you're sick. But it's my body. I would know. No, it's our body. You're a slave to us. You can't play now. We're going to give you it's our body because we're going to give you a fraudulent test that says you're sick when you know you're not. And we're going to fuck you.
Not again. All right, so yeah. What's going on?
All right. Dottie, is there any other information out now?
There is, and I've confirmed it through the PGA Tour that John Rahm has tested positive for COVID-19.
But that was
another psyop. Fear-based. Scare everybody. Scare. Be afraid of everything so we can control you easier, you dumb fucks. You cattle. You tax cattle. You domesticated herd of cattle. You domesticated lemmings.
There's nothing.
Flock of slaves. You flock camera slaves.
Compared to what happened to most people, like just ask yourself, do you know anyone who...
Yo, Florida has so many flock cameras that you can literally see where the water is, where they in Florida, down in the swamp areas, because there's no fucking flock cameras. It's so sad.
Died of a heart attack or stroke or a blood clot.
No, Florida, it's all water swamp.
Between 2020 and 2022, and they didn't seem like they would have any of those things. Everyone does. Most people know numerous people like that, and they're even in their family. Like almost everyone's had someone murdered in their family by people like Fauci and the things that they were doing.
Folks, please donate. I don't as of right now. I don't have enough gas. I'm about to run out of gas here. I won't have enough gas to do the next live stream. So if I don't do a live stream, you didn't donate. It's your fault. Just kidding. But yeah, please. I need gas.
They don't even talk
about gas big time.
Talk about any of that stuff, you notice? And then, of course, they have all their mainstream media people telling you how sad this is. This is so sad what they're doing to Dr. Fauci.
I have not used TMZ's YouTube channel
to
Oh, shut up, you fucking retard. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, fear-based. Fear-based. Choose love over fear always, folks. And then maybe one day you'll be 25 looking again too. Maybe if you do the quantum pause meditation enough. Ready, Valdez? You gonna start doing the quantum pause meditation and catch up to me with the 25-year-old look? Losing all the clogs. No more clogs in the under the neck. It's declogging. Fucking real good. Oh yeah, dude. Fuck TMZ. These pedophile motherfucking retards.
I think whoever makes those whoever makes those Lego vids has better intelligence than all of our 3-letter agencies combined.
These people are dumb.
Next, here's something, the explosive media out there, right?
Oh,
they have another video out.
Mic check. He said no war, now read the rest. Before the bombs, before the flex. Who needed Charlie off the set? Mic check, mic check. Hot mic, black shawls, white text. Rifle story, bullet test. Too many questions left unchecked. He told her right, don't take that ride. I ran it out right, don't sell that lie. Regime change, turns fire to flood. 90 million lives, mountains blood. MAGA heard them numbers don't lie. Almost 90 said no when the poll went high. No war with Iran, that message spread. Then the war drums came when the voice went dead. SUV floor, pieces on black. Roll white marks, now run that back. They said one shot, one rooftop frame, but the mic got louder than the official claim. Mic check, mic check. He said no war, now read the rest. Before the bombs, before the flex. Who needed Charlie off the set? Mic check, mic check. Hot mic, black shawls, white text. Rifle story, bullet test. Too many questions left unchecked. Candace pulled threads, they called it noise, but questions don't die when they fear that voice. Who clipped the mic? Who cleaned the scene? Who moved too fast behind the screen? Bullet fragment came back then, not cleared, not closed. Still questions within. Prosecutor talk, judge struck back. Now the courtroom pressure got cracks in the track. BB wanted fire. Charlie said, wait, don't hand America another war state. He wasn't Iran, he wasn't outside. But truth is truth when the war machine lies. He saw the trap before the blast. Said that road turns nations to ash. Then headlines spun and the war got sold. Now the mic check echoes through the code. Hot mic glow, black shot shine. War drums roll, right on time. Mic check, mic check. He said no one, now read the rest. Before the bombs, before the flex. Who needed Charlie off the set? Mic check, mic check. Hot mic, black shawls, white text. Rifle story, bullet test. Too many questions left unchecked. Sacred defense. He said no war. Iran remembers. Questions remain.
Uh-oh.
Even Iran knows that the government, the intelligence agencies, killed Charlie Kirk, if he's even dead. Again, we don't know. I've not seen the body. It looks like it was supposed to go off in his chest and look like a 30-06 to the chest, and it fucked up and hit his neck. And he might have been still alive in the car, and they're still trying to kill him. Maybe they even let him live. We don't know.
Sacred defense.
This
Iran remembers.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's what the J from ATC said. I think whoever makes...
I think they know it better than the... No, they don't, because the intelligence agencies are the ones that did it. You're not listening to me or Iran. God damn it. You're not listening, Jay. How dare you have the same name as my late brother? How dare you? Just kidding. Thank you, Bubscat, brother. right there comes through. I appreciate you, bro. You all do. You all do that have the money and you can. And those that don't, I understand that you can't do it. I know you would. I know I would. If I had some money right now, I'd be supporting the fuck out of the YouTube people I watch. I love the people I watch are the people who I want to give them. If I had, I wish I had money to give them, man. I do. I really wish I could fucking get their attention. Shout out, dude. Now I can get some gasoline. I want to be able to do another live stream, dude. I would like to be able to do Fridays as well. It's just so rough right now, dude, with this noise, dude. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need a goddamn drone. Somebody let me borrow a fucking drone so I can get a video of what the fuck's on the other side of those trees. I can't get over there, man. And it's loud. It sounds like it's right there, but you can't get there. It's insane. It's like torture. My life is torture right now. This fucking noise, dude. Jesus. I'm getting data centered. Just like all these poor people, except they're worse than me, man. Like, I'm listening to the sound of that other data center, dude, that you know what I'm talking about? Like, Cooter Maxing. Did you guys see that fucking gnarly bitch Cooter Maxing trying to tell you Muslims are bad? Anti-Muslim Cooter Maxing bitch. Oh my God, they'll do anything. Israel will do anything. Israel will do anything to get people to not hate its guts. Who it is? Anybody out there? Who's out there? You come here. He's a good man. Yes, he is. He's a good watchdog. He's a good watchdog. All right. Now, come here. Oh, come here. Yeah. Bless her heart and soul. She's a warrior. She's a fucking warrior. Data centers and infrasound. Let that sink in. Infrasound. Okay? This is why you don't let industrial auto mechanic businesses and junkyards live right next to your residential neighborhood. You give yourself some elbow room space. You separate these things. You zone it for commercial and zone this over here for residential. They're zoned separately. So you can't sit there and bring a commercially zoned data center into residential areas. What are you doing? So it's like they're going against reality here. They're changing the rules. They've never did this before. Now it's okay to put industrial, commercial zoned things right next to residential. Say this is all intentional, okay? they're trying to use these as weapons to make everybody sick, too. They're trying to create disease. The silent sound that causes dread. Maybe it's these vibrations that are taking it out of everyone. They're well to do anything. The heart is not a pump. It's actually an electromagnetic vortex. But anyway. No, we don't have money for farms. We don't have money for food for children. But we always got money for war and pedophile Israel and the corporations. They always got money to do negative shit. They never have money to do good things. All these people that stole everybody's shit, they should be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give it back to you. No, guess not. Georgia is right below me. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at Atlanta, Georgia, right here. Look, Atlanta, Georgia. I literally, well, a little bit to the east of it, actually, but I would like to the right, like right here. I live like right there, right here by the, right around here by the N, or actually to the left of the N and down. And it's right above Atlanta, Georgia, where they got all these data centers. I'm probably hearing a data center from Atlanta. It's so loud. I mean, there's so many. I'm sort of, I hear it to the south of me. Yes, our world is melted buildings that remained above the floodwater. Man, I gotta get a drone, man. I gotta see what the fuck. I'll show the video of what's on the other side if y'all get me a drone. Come on. Somebody send me a drone. Come on. I know you got an extra drone sitting in your closet or garage that you don't use. I know you do. Let me borrow it. To do some surveillance myself. I need to do some intelligence. Mecca Hitler. Golly, man. See, they program it. And again, how is a computer that's programmed by a pedophile going to know anything? Think about it. It's only going to do what it's told. A computer can only do what it's told, folks. God damn, I don't know why. It's like it's not real. You're getting fooled into playing pretend against your free will because you're so weak-minded. Tuning it. See? You're tuning it. You're training it. You're programming. Just say you're programming it. People, they're playing games with you. They're programming it. It's not that you're believing it's alive. You're gonna train it. It's alive, boo boo. You play pretend. You want to play pretend? You like to play pretend, little boys and girls? You fucking little baby retards. If you did that, you go to jail. If the pedophiles do it, they get a fine. Understand how it works. Why do you allow these government corporate harmers to cause harm so much? Why? Why do you do it? You got to learn to be vigilant. Freedom ain't free. It costs blood. The cost is your blood to stay free. And their blood, because you're going to kill these people. Hey, there's no money for the fucking food stamp program. No, we can't afford that. We got everything else that's basically retarded, but not food that matters to the kids. Yeah, I'm feeling that right now, dude. The higher frequencies get taken out. by distance. The low frequencies travel, man, vibration. What's up, Tina? How's everybody doing? Well, the wrinkles used to go all the way down. Now they're up higher. See the wrinkles are not all the way down. They're up higher now. They're up higher. They don't come all the way down anymore. It's called healing. It's called healing. It's fucking sweet. Okay, let me grab some more links. Oh God, fuck that guy. Ah, for fuck's sake, man. Ooh, that's rough. Oh, I got a bunch of 2 minute, 30-second, 2 minute ones. Okay, well, couple. Oh yeah, and guess what else? Remember, they're putting them on fucking school buses. They're putting them on everything. They're putting them on stop signs now. These SWAT cameras. Even if it's not called that, it's still the same shit. Just shout out to the chat, man. Bless you guys for being here and hanging out with me. Love you guys. Appreciate you. It's hard to fucking find a reason to be happy these days, man. It's really rough out there. I wish there was a bunch of friends. I wish all you guys had a shit ton of money and you could just come out here and visit me. And we could go camping, do some fucking shit. Oh, yeah, here, check this out. This is fucking nuts. Let this picture sink in. There you go. Oh, shit, there goes the fan. My bad. My goddamn big feet. Knocking it over. Oh, shit.
This is incredible. So how can you tell if a facility like this is following the law?
Well, we're going to take these images to a series of experts to really make sure that we understand what we're looking at, but you'd be surprised what I've found in the past.
Evan's investigation previously took him to South Haven, Mississippi, another community being impacted by a giant new hyperscale AI data center, xAI's Colossus, which helps power their chatbot, Grok.
In this drive for
so many data centers that's the only reason there's any growth anywhere. It's all from this mass surveillance pedophile system.
for speed, this race for AI dominance, Elon Musk and xAI park these.
That's a fantasy. That's all made up. It's a race that they want you to get involved in. It's all made up. It's nonsense. Again, it's nonsense. It's all nonsense. Oh, here, we got to do this. And are you going to jump off the Empire State Building too when they tell you we got to do that? It's like stupidity, man. It's like the blind leading the fucking blind here, you fucking retards out there. God damn, you fucking retards are dumb. God damn, you're fucking dumb. That's supposed to be their fucking house. They put a data center right next to somebody's goddamn house, man. Like, you don't put an auto mechanic place there or an industrial junkyard, salvage yard right there, but it's okay to put a data center. See the corruption? See the hypocritical corruption and all this bullshit? Somebody send me, does anybody got an extra one of these decibel things? I got to get one of these things. I know I'll never be able to buy one because I don't have, if I have money, I'm going to spend it on food first or some shit. This is crazy. But if you got a decibel thing, send it to me. Send it to me. That is madness. Yeah, it's not even the use of the AI. It's the way they're doing it. And, you know, what else is new? Yep. Walmart's, McDonald's all look the same.
Thank you. There are data center concerns in South Jersey. Neighbors in one community say a center under construction is becoming a major nuisance, even disrupting their sleep at night.
Yeah, the issue centers not so much on the building itself, but the amount of noise it's apparently making. Action News reporter Cheyenne Corinne joining us live outside that data center in Vineland with the details today. Cheyenne.
Christy and Brian, since we have been out here today, we actually have heard a noise. However, the data center behind me is still under construction, so the exact source of the sound is unknown. Now, some people we spoke to, they say they haven't been bothered by the noise, while others.
It's not the noise that they're talking about. It's not from the building. They just said that, you dumb fucking retard. You're basically retarded. That's why.
People say this is really impacting their quality of life here in South Jersey. If you listen closely, you can hear a humming noise in the distance. It's not coming from someone's mouth, but instead neighbors in Vineland say the source of the sound is this data center.
That is not construction. And this monstrosity is only partially built. So it's infringing on our peace of mind, our tranquility.
Scott Montgomery lives a half mile from the facility. He posted this video on social media.
It keeps you up at night because you can hear it going through the house.
Quickly, other neighbors, such as Teresa Lewis, chimed in and contacted the county health department.
Yeah, I'm in a situation where I close all the windows and doors and try to insulate, and it doesn't do a thing. I mean, that's how the closest cocksuckers fucking shit is.
My house, with everything shut up, windows, doors, I could hear this constant humming. And it was like someone was...
Dude, the floor below me is constantly moving and vibrating right now from these cocksucking data centers over there.
Using some type of machinery.
They just straight up rolled up on us, dude.
On my house.
The Gloucester County Health Department said in a statement, "We have responded to many concerns and have made several visits to the area in question to measure sound levels. While complainants have shared..."
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about the people. The government hates you. How do you know? By their behavior. They hate you. They don't give a fuck about you. They help the corporations in a rigged system. That's lobbying. It's criminal. It's legalized bribery. You're in a rigged system. Everybody wake up. You are in a rigged system. Anybody comes along and can pay a politician to make the dumbest law, and now you all got to fucking, you're all idiots here.
Where they believe the noise is coming from. Our staff are working to confirm the exact source of the noise. The 2.4 million square foot data center is being built on South Lincoln Avenue. Experts say as these centers are being developed, noise pollution is a concern across the country.
From what I understand, is equipped with, they're generating their own power with gas-fired turbines, and they probably also have some type of backup generation. All of this equipment generates a lot of noise.
And if we have to live with this, which is not good, we'd like to monitor.
They need more equipment called fans to cool all that noise that they made. The fans to cool it all down from the heat that all that shit makes. And noise and heat.
Very restitution somehow.
Now, we also did reach out to Data One. That's the company that owns the facility, and we are waiting for a response tonight. Meanwhile, this...
Oh, you're cute. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck, retards. Fucking nightmare. What a fucking nightmare, this fucking shithole Earth. Shithole Earth. Shithole Earth.
People in Manassas aren't happy with the noise coming out of new Amazon data centers today. They begged the County Board of Supervisors to do something about it. Katie Barlow.
Beg your rollers. Please stop rolling over me and harming me. Roller. Please, government roller, stop harming me. Stop allowing everybody to harm me. Your friends, your corporate friends.
Was there with what they had to say.
Homeowners that live about 2 minutes from
your corporate friends that you allowed to harm us from harming us. Hey, you that created the problem, stop them.
where I'm standing that live right here by what you can see is a pretty sizable Amazon Web Services data center next to me, say that the constant noise from this building has been, quote, catastrophic, causing migraines, preventing newborns from being able to go to sleep.
I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I might have to I don't know, dude. I might have to move. I don't know, dude. This shit's driving me up the wall, dude.
Adults too, and residents say that it has generally prevented them from being able to enjoy the quiet life they thought they were settling in for here in Manassas.
Many people are experiencing sleep impacts caused by Amazon's noise. Sleep disruption has increased their stress and anxiety levels. This irritating sound has exacerbated migraine issues and in one case is contributing to a worsening symptoms for a rare autoimmune disorder. One migraine sufferer replaced every window in his home and was forced to move the nursery for their newborn to the basement to protect their infant. All right.
They had to put the newborn in the basement to protect the infant, which I wish I had a fucking soundproof. studio basement right now with a high ceiling.
Today's message was aimed directly at government officials here in the county. Residents said they have spoken to Amazon about internal fixes, but they want local officials to recognize the burden the data centers have created. That includes amending the Prince William County noise ordinance that was adopted in 1989 and has not been updated since. Residents showed me noise decibel readings they took on their own. They showed me readings during the day and night that exceeded what's allowed under the county ordinance.
In an article by Harvard Medical School, they state that noise pollution is more than a nuisance. It's a health risk. They go on to state that research has shown...
You drive a car that makes too much noise, these cocksucking government pedophile dick-sucking faggots will extort you. But they get to do it all the time. Why didn't that pedophile cop shut these fuckers down? No, because they're a bunch of dick-sucking faggots.
Noise pollution can cause or worsen cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, sleep disturbances, stress, mental health, and cognition problems, the list goes on, including memory impairment and attention deficits, childhood learning delays, great to have next to our schools, and low birth weight. Do we really want those health risks next to our residential homes and our children's schools? No.
Spencer Snackard, who you just heard from, was actually visiting Prince William County from the neighboring Fauquier County, where Amazon apparently and reportedly has eyes on building data centers there as well. So Spencer wanted to attend today to protest Amazon moving.
All these people out there right now that think your home is nice and quiet, you're about to get data centered. It's going to change, okay? They're going to creep up on you. They're going to sneak up on you secretly and quietly with all the NDAs, and you're about to have a data center next to you. I can promise you.
Into Fauquier
We're about to have one next to you.
County. We also just got a statement from Amazon. We were not able to hear back from Prince William County officials, but Amazon says that addressing noise concerns.
They're going to make sure there's a data center next to every resident in the U.S. That's what they're doing. This is a mental illness allowing government to exist.
Is a highest priority level, and actually beginning on Friday they started putting in noise reducing mechanisms here in Manassas, and that project is set to
now you care about the fucking shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. If you cared, there would have been thousands of miles in the fucking woods, or hundreds, and we would have never even heard of them
in the coming weeks and should help. Back to you.
Fuck government, fuck corporations, fuck rich people that stole the money to get rich, because that's the only way to get rich in this world, is you had to steal it or fuck somebody over, because the system we live in doesn't allow anybody to get rich. You had to have it handed down to you, and then they're doing, I mean, this is a fucking pathetic world. Why does it have to be so pathetic? Yeah, I'm glad for you about that data center and shit, but hopefully they don't put one next to you, man. I just, man, it's crazy.
Tonight, we're also talking about the potential environmental consequences of those data centers.
Chief investigative reporter Eric Flack spent the last few weeks looking at the data center boom and what it's doing to the air we breathe.
That's what it sounded like outside the Vantage data center in Sterling on Friday, after a critical power failure knocked out all 8 of its gas turbines, forcing the data center to rely on dozens of emergency backup diesel generators. Which brings us.
Look at this mental illness. Look, data center air permits issued in Virginia by the year. Look, why do you keep letting it grow? Why are you letting this infestation grow? It's like allowing Israel cancer to infest. It's madness. They're all fucking traitors. Yeah, anybody who works for the news is a fucking traitor, Joe. Dude, I got a data center next to me already. I can't even sleep at night now. It's madness.
Turned on a brand new AI camera system at stop signs and crosswalk across the state. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how this technology works, what happens when the system gets it wrong, and what it could mean for your privacy. Earlier this year, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger signed Senate Bill 84 into law. The law gives cities and counties in Virginia the ability to put AI-powered cameras at stop signs and crosswalks, especially near schools.
When is it going to fucking stop? When is it going to stop with these fucking obsessive control freak pedophiles? Huh?
Schools and in work zones.
I can't take it, man. I just can't take it. Oh, I gotta watch the end of Demolition Man again. What was that about? I forget. I gotta watch that again. No, I kind of like his angle on that. Let's see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hang in there. God damn it. Just do what you're fucking told to do and do it faster, you piece of shit. God, why is everything such junk? All right, fuck it. Let's see.
This is the noise you hear coming from this hyperscale data center in Michigan, and it's right next to all of these homes in this residential area. But this isn't just background noise. This is a constant hum that you can hear all day, all night, 24/7. Some people nearby told me that they can feel the vibration of this noise. They can't even enjoy
The fucking whole ground, my whole floor is vibrating nonstop.
outside as much. This data center is also currently facing a class action lawsuit right now because of the constant noise. So, would you want to live next to a data center? This is the noise you hear coming from this hyperscale data.
It's fucking insane. That is fucking insane. This is what it sounds like living next to a data center. The video was recorded at midnight. The data center is situated next to hundreds of residential homes. Can't stand it for 30 seconds.
Movie The Matrix. Do you know why they're fighting the machines? There was a part in The Matrix where he tells Neo it all began with artificial intelligence.
This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century.
It all began with artificial intelligence. The Matrix all began with artificial intelligence. They tell you what they're going to do to you. Look, in the movie The Matrix, they're telling you AI is going to put you in a matrix, a false reality to control your world, life, etc.
It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation.
Yeah, it's all in your head. It's all in your head.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
No. No.
Welcome to the desert of the real. We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own
At some point in the 21st century, we were just, and then
magnificence as we gave birth to AI. AI.
no, we didn't. AI wasn't, nobody asked for AI. Nobody wanted it. It's a few pedos out there that are obsessed with control.
You mean artificial intelligence? A singular consciousness.
I mean artificial intelligence.
That spawned an entire race of machines.
And they told you in Terminator, too. Remember in Terminator when Sarah...
Remember in Terminator when Sarah Connor was thrown in a mental asylum for destroying data centers owned by Skynet? She's crazy.
Sarah Connor was thrown into a mental asylum for destroying AI data centers owned by Skynet? Yeah, that's why she was thrown into...
There's 2 movies right there. How many movies? There's more. There's tons of them.
To the insane asylum. She was knocking down flock cameras and trying to stop the AI data centers.
She's knocking down flock cameras over here.
Before they took over the world. Is that, do you get it yet? You probably...
Thanks to the Sabbateans who like to saboteur and sabotage you.
I didn't get it back then. Neither did I, really. I didn't, a lot of stuff's changed since then. But they knew. They were already rolling this stuff out. But they got all their controlled opposition out there confusing people and distracting and diverting them and keeping them divided. Like Cobra Tate. Oh, he's supposedly in jail now, right? Well, here's his latest tweet. I'm being held in SHU, the highest level of security which exists. No commissary, no visits, no contact with the outside world. My neighbor's a cannibal who screams through the night. Tweeted at 6:20 a.m. from his telephone on July 23rd. 600,000 views. Now, if I have to explain to you why that is so obviously not true, then you're too stupid really to be watching these videos. Just go back to YouTube, watch your Ben Shapiro would be good. Go watch, go subscribe to Laura Loomer, see what she's doing. She's probably eating dog food.
So you can see here, positive bison. It clearly says dog food topper. And I'm going to put this in my mouth right now. So it tastes like meat. And maybe that is disgusting to you.
No, but Jeff, RFK Jr. is going to save us. And Donald Trump, they're going to get Fonzie for trying to kill everyone with the lethal injections during Operation Warp Speed that Donald Trump is still proud of. And so they got Rand Paul, who goes to the Wailing Wall, questioning Dr. Fauci and Congress. Now we're finally going to get some answers.
Do you have that in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Let the record record that the witness has refused to answer whether there's a folder in front of him based on his Fifth Amendment right. Have you refused this pardon, or do you have any reason to believe this full and unconditional pardon, this grant of immunity, would somehow require you to plead the Fifth Amendment?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Do you still refuse to answer the questions?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Were you ever made aware of gain-of-function research on monkeypox being conducted at the National Biodefense Analysis and Countermeasures?
Again, this is all nonsense. They want you to believe that this virus was isolated and it's real, and China did it. This is the mental illness psyop that this fucking pedo dick rider, he was a disgrace to his father, Ron Paul, who was a disgrace too, because he still wanted government. They're all a bunch of fucking pedo dick riders. This is a psyop, psychological warfare against you. This is all bread and circuses nonsense.
Center and back at Fort Detrick.
Again, the government literally has thousands of ways to punish you, but the people have 0 ways to punish the government. 0.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
Oh, this is an insult.
Of the Constitution.
Dr. Fauci, did the CIA ever transfer funds to NIH under an interagency agreement?
So the psyop is they want you to believe that there's some real virus out there and China did it. This is the pedophile shit. Slop. Pedophile slop you got to deal with.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Questions. Dr. Fauci, did the NIH ever conduct research for or in?
Enough. Who gives a fuck, you retard? Come on, get to this.
Yeah, they're just
fucking retard.
God. The Fifth.
That is so annoying, dude.
That's why my attorneys. Starting to get it, yeah. They're just playing with it, just having fun. And not to mention, most people would be like, yeah, they're trying to get them because Fauci actually created the COVID virus in Wuhan. There is no virus. See, even when they say they're going after someone to get them on something, it's also all lies. There was no COVIDs.
There is no virus.
There's no viruses.
We just told you how they created it in a computer, with a computer, in a computer lab. Not an actual lab where they actually do science.
And they try to kill everyone with the lethal injections. And speaking of that, they're still doing it. So even while Fauci's there,
your government is still actively trying to kill you via vaccines, man. Big Pharma is still trying to kill you via its vaccines.
Saying Fifth Amendment 100 plus times. Thomas Massey actually wrote, and Thomas, I believe, is also controlled opposition, but they need to have some. They ask why I'm the only Republican to vote no on Trump's spending bills. He awarded Pfizer contracts worth roughly $1.24 billion.
Without any testing, without any long-term or short-term data too, by the way.
For the COVID vaccines for the remainder of fiscal 2026 and 2027, including hundreds of millions for kids.
For children. They're going to fucking poison your children right now. It is mind-boggling. Even after all the murder, they're still going to murder more children and create customers for life. Customers for life.
Yeah, Trump is still stealing billions of dollars and giving it to Pfizer and buying billions of dollars worth of lethal injections, a lot of them for kids, for this year and next. Do you get it yet?
Wake up, people.
Seriously, if you don't get this yet, I don't even know why you're watching these videos. You must be just in a state of confusion watching them. Like, it is so obvious now. It is like in the old days, I used to have to actually find lots of evidence and show it to people
of what they want to do.
And
it just come out on the news. This is what we want to do to you, and we're going to do it. Nanny boo boo.
You know, even that evidence wasn't like foolproof evidence enough. And so people would go, well, I'm not sure about that. Now, if you're still not sure what's going on, sorry to tell you, you're going to be in the camps and they're going to turn you into an AI slave. And they're going to actually run you through.
You're going to be sitting in the camps like the Matrix, okay? Hooked up to an AI generator, you fucking retards. And they're going to be fucking living off all your loose and shit.
Through the nanotech that's already in your blood. Yeah.
They are demonic and satanic, etheric and parasitic.
But for those of you with eyes to see and ears to hear, you can avoid all this stuff.
That's why I call them the etheric parasites. In the ether, there are actual parasites.
All the stuff they're trying to put into you to clot your blood, we actually have the technology back to declot your blood. And you can do it.
They actually feed on your emotions, your negative ones.
Every day. Called a Tesla machine. Nikola Tesla developed an early version of it called the violet ray machine.
Oh, God.
And they actually...
And this retard, bro, listen, you really want to heal yourself, you're going to use sound vibrations. But anyway, listen to dumb fuck instead.
Affordability. I said, what's affordability? What's that all about?
Affordability.
Affordability is something you don't understand because you've been silver spoon fed. You fucking moron.
What is that all about? Never heard of such a thing.
I've never been poor. This guy is supposed to care about you, and he doesn't even know what it's like to be poor. Doesn't even understand he doesn't understand that he might not have enough money to buy something. He doesn't know what that is, not having enough money to buy something. Do you understand? He doesn't understand what it's like to not have money. Are you listening? What's affordability? I don't know what that is. I've always had money. I don't know what it's like to not have money. I could never relate to you losers because I've always had money. And he's supposed to help you? People with no money? Oh, boy, you are dumb people. You take the cake for dumb fuckness.
I want to show you maybe the most frightening chart that I've ever seen. The price of food has risen over 33% since 2019, which is to say, simply doing your groceries is putting American families, many of them, on the brink of bankruptcy. We're basically living under hyperinflation, and nobody wants to admit it. A recent poll showed that more than 50% of Americans
we really are experiencing hyperinflation now. It's starting.
Cannot afford groceries or gas. okay? The most powerful country in the world, quote unquote, and half its population cannot afford to eat. None of this probably comes as a shock to you, but I want to dig into this today because I think all of this is done by design. Yes, I'm saying there's a dystopian
No, it's all a coincidence. Things that could never be a coincidence. It's just a coincidence.
reason why they are starving us beyond just the obvious. Now, just to rewind, do you guys remember back in the COVID days when the mainstream media told us that supply chain issues are forcing companies to raise prices? Like they don't really want to. It's just that times are just so hard right now. There's literally a quote in this CNN article that says, quote, "For retailers like us, this means that we have to raise prices and cut costs by hiring fewer people. We've had
It's gone to great. It's way past inflation, folks. This is some fucking annoying shit.
Make hard choices about which products we will have available to our customers, since it's unlikely that we will be able to get all our products here before the Christmas shopping season. Oh, we're working so hard to get the stuff that you people want, and we even have to fire some people. It's terrible what's going on." And then 2 years later, the data comes out, and turns out the corporations, all of them, were making record profits. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen this chart before, but it shows the average level of corporate profit between 1979 and 2019.
Look at this. Look at this pedophile shit, man.
And what the corporations have been raking in for the past few years since COVID. And it's gone from about 12, 13% to now over 20%, meaning
price gouging, price gouging, price gouging.
That their thirst for profit.
Once you get a monopoly on everything, you can price gouge. Wiped out the middle class, no competition. Yep. Your system's rigged. You allow bribery. Anybody can come along with money and make a law against you. It's called bribery. You're in a rigged system. Your pedophile government will never, ever, ever work. So keep voting, dumb pedophile Dick Ryder.
Is literally pushing Americans to the brink of financial ruin. And this next part is where it gets really dark. Because let me ask you, what do people usually do when they can't afford to eat? Well, they steal.
Shoplifting is an ongoing trend, with a new survey showing that more Americans admitted to stealing from a store than just 2 years ago. And experts say financial hardship might be fueling the trend.
Shoplifting. The owners of Milk and Honey Market in downtown Phoenix say they've caught it on camera and see it too often.
They steal from candies, from chips, from food, from sandwiches, shampoos.
Even minor thefts can take a big toll on the small business.
It's $1 or 50 cents. For us, we're losing money, and it kind of hurt us here.
A new Lending Tree survey finds 30% of Americans now admit to shoplifting, up from 23% in 2024.
We found that people were primarily stealing essentials.
The survey named the most commonly stolen item.
The government uses all the crime as an excuse to give itself more power and control. Folks, this is a classic playbook, tyrannical playbook.
Food, non-alcoholic drinks, clothing.
Stop falling for the same goddamn old trick. Goddamn, people wake up.
And personal hygiene products. Grocery and department stores are targeted most often.
This isn't a matter of people going into a jewelry store and walking out with a diamond necklace. It's far more likely that they were walking into a grocery store and walking out with a loaf of bread and a pound of ground beef.
So we know corporations, they don't really care if you're starving. They care only about profit. Profit over people always. But the government, they're supposed to protect the people. So surely they...
Right? Wasn't that what they said? No, they're not. They're not supposed to do anything. They're not supposed to exist. You fucking mental midget retard. Shit for brains. God, my shit is smarter than that dude. God, this place is pathetic with these retards. They take the fucking cake.
Roughly 3 million vehicles are on pace to be repossessed this.
Check this out right here. 2022, 23, 24. Bam! 2025 and 26. 27. Bam! Way off the charts.
This year. a level America hasn't seen since 2009, in the middle of the last recession. Nearly 1 in 4 people financing a new truck right now signed the loan that runs 84 months or longer, the highest share ever recorded. And almost a third of everyone trading in a vehicle still owes more on the loan than that vehicle is worth. Somewhere tonight, someone is going to sit in their driveway after work, look at their truck, and feel sick about it. Not because it broke down, because they just did the math and realized they owe more than it's worth.
Oh, dude, there's tons of these YouTube videos. Stop it.
With years of payment still ahead of them. That feeling has a name in this industry, being underwater, and it's happening to hundreds of thousands of people at once, quietly, one driveway at a time. Something is breaking in the truck market.
There's hundreds of new car buyer regret videos and house videos too. New house regret videos.
By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it broke, who is actually paying for it, and why it isn't fixing itself anytime soon. Start with the price. The average...
Okay.
Is anybody else really struggling to survive late-stage capitalism? Do you know what that is? I'm obsessed with finding words for what's happening to us right now, so let me share my perspective. We're existing in what's called neoliberal capitalism right now, and that is capitalism, a socio-political system in which individuals control the market and the economy just for the sake of profit and use all of the population to get that profit. And the neoliberal part means that governments and regulations aren't doing anything to stop the exploitation of the rest of us, right? Capitalism relies on a couple of things. That people will be so dissatisfied, so uncomfortable, and so isolated that they will think more about how to compete against each other and how to win than us actually stopping and fixing the system.
These stores are raising the prices so fast they can't even keep up. It's ridiculous. Look at this. On it is printed $7.88, right? Now they got these new electronic price tags. They can change the price whenever they want to. $9.88, $10.88, but it's priced at $7.88.
Your dollar just lost $2. $2. Your value of your dollar just lost $2 for that product.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
More dollars to buy that product, the same product now, showing that the value of the dollar's gone down because it takes more of them to buy the same thing.
Inflation is not an excuse. It's just pure greed at this point.
It's all corporate greed.
And that's why they stopped putting the prices on everything, because they want to be able to raise the prices whenever they want to.
When profits that are at an all-time high, somebody's losing, and it ain't them.
I'm sorry. Who in the decided we could make diapers and formula the two most needed things when you have a child, the most expensive things on this planet? These two things just costed me $92. Oh, you want me to start thinking about having a second kid? Simply how? How? I can't afford that. Absolutely not.
Hope everybody's having a good evening. A little bit of mine anyway. It's hard to say this, but I'm going to. They beat me. Yep, they beat me. I'm getting ready to put this place up for sale. Get on down the road somewhere. It's bad when you feel like a stranger, an outsider in the place you grew up. And that's what it's turned into around here. It took over by quaint, trendy bullshit. Micro breweries, kids with trust funds, and rich Yankees coming down here to get something for nothing. Go to a restaurant, which we don't have restaurants anymore. We have cafes and bistros, whatever it is. Portions are smaller, prices are higher. And the locals are looked at like they're the outsiders. That ain't the kind of place I grew up in. Ain't the kind of place I want to die in. And I ain't got a lot left in me. I'm going to go somewhere where I ain't depressed and down and just really don't even want to go to the store because, like I said, you're looked at like the outsider. The language here is gone. It's disappearing fast. Values is disappearing fast. Our culture's been watered down. There ain't going to be nothing left of it. So, yeah. And I'm leaning toward Arkansas, Missouri, maybe Kentucky. I don't know.
Don't go to Kentucky.
Here, I'm going to have enough in my pocket. Buy me a piece of land, put something there. And
Tennessee's fucked. They're all fucked. They took all these states where they know everybody's trying to run to, and they fucked them with data centers and pedo politicians.
Start all over at nearly 60. But that's just the way I feel about it. I hate to say it. I've never lived nowhere right here. But it's time to move on. And a little word to the Yankees with money, woke folks, whoever. Yeah, come on to Tennessee. You run the locals out. Y'all can have the damn place. It ain't like it used to be. Never will be again.
Come here.
And it's with heavy heart. I really hate it. Used to be a hell of a place to live, but it ain't no more. I'm letting them have it.
It's been a minute since I've come into a thrift store. When did the prices inside of a thrift store become like unattainable? Like, look at this. Not even name brand, some off-brand strappy heel. $13. Target brand slippers. Now they are new. $15. An old, dingy, probably 10, 15-year-old prom dress. $50. Thrift stores have lost their minds. $50?
Yeah. Thrift stores are complete criminals. The idea of a thrift store is you get things free so you can sell them cheap, and they don't. Okay, they don't.
$100. I mean, I know it's Missoni, but
Greed is crushing the middle class.
what am I missing?
Things that we've normalized that feel like highway robbery. Tipping on to-go orders. Paying for hospital parking. $80 for a checked bag to get on a flight. Childcare costing $2,000 a month. $40 to park at a hotel. $8 coffee and $15 mocktails. Insurance. $50 to choose your seat on a plane. 4 p.m. check-in, but 11 a.m. checkout. Ticketmaster fees. Paying $200 for a bottle at the club. Rent being exactly the same as February as it is in March. Like, it's 28 days, bitch.
I'm just coming to the conclusion that being an adult in 2026 is just having a pro membership to your life. I don't own anything. I'm just renting my existence for $9.99 a month. I tried to use my air fryer this morning and said I had to update my Crispy Cloud subscription. What? The car people try to give me a subscription to use my heated seats for $99 a month that are already in the car. What? In the 70s, you could buy a toaster and it lasted about 80 years. I forget to subscribe to my refrigerator and it locks me out for 14 days. I don't want a free trial to use my refrigerator. I don't. I have 14 different streaming services. I have a subscription for my vitamins. I have a subscription for my dog's vitamins. Premium Air is probably going to be a thing soon. I can't afford it. If the rotisserie chicken goes to $40, I'm going to lose my mind because I have no retirement fund either. Like, what else can they turn into a subscription? Because my whole life is based on subscriptions. I don't get it. I need help. The government needs to stop stealing my money. I'm 26, and the only thing that's banking for me is my retirement fund, relying on a rotisserie chicken. Thank you. Please tell me I'm not the only one that is, like, suffering here. Like, I'm dying.
You can think you're gonna achieve the American dream. The American dream is not the American dream anymore. These big billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These big billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These big billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery. These billionaires that want you to rent. It's modern day slavery This is crazy. This is why I want to leave the country. I'm trying to tell my wife. And we own
They want you to work until you're dead.
the house, but we don't really own it. We got a mortgage. We got 30-year mortgage. I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. All this stuff is going on.
Look how close the houses are together. It's crazy. It's so mentally ill to live that close to anybody.
Wake up.
God.
Wake up. Rented neighborhood.
Fuck
Wake
this
up.
shit.
Brand new houses. Ain't nobody remotely
That's
paying in.
crazy, dude.
They probably can't afford the rent. Beautiful neighborhood. Billionaires. Checkmate, guys. Checkmate.
We are not okay. Things are not getting better for the working class. Things just cost too damn.
On the contrary, things are about to get really, really fucking bad because hyperinflation is about to hit. Y'all need, dude, you need to understand what is about to happen, and I don't know how anybody's going to survive.
Much. It's too expensive to live.
I can't survive this noise.
I'm tired of feeling guilty when I do splurge on a few things. I'm talking small things. I shouldn't have this much damn guilt. I work full time, been at the same company almost 25 years, and I love my job. And I'm not blaming my job because they pay pretty good for the area that I live in. The wages are just not keeping up with this economy. Something has got to freaking give.
It's not. I think that your wages aren't keeping up with prices that are being raised by a monopolistic group of pedophiles.
One of the most frustrating things for me, and I think for a lot of people in this current time that we're living in, is feeling like a failure when we really shouldn't have to feel like a failure. Like, I went to college, I got my master's degree, I got a good job after college. Why am I having to worry about essential things like paying rent, paying for food, paying for clothes, paying for gas, let alone thinking about buying a house or supporting a family? Like, that feels impossible to me today, when someone in my position 10 to 15 years ago would feel so comfortable and wouldn't have to worry about the next paycheck and would be living like in a perfectly comfortable life. It's so extremely frustrating. Like, I have the job and I still like can barely afford to do things for myself that I want to do. I'm always thinking about the next paycheck that's coming in and what I have to pay for. And then I think about the people who aren't in my position and maybe don't have a job and maybe have families and how much they must be struggling right now. And it's extremely unfair. Like, I can't believe that this is the time that we're living in. This is like what I hoped for in my life. I hope to have a job like this, and it's not supporting a comfortable life for me. And I feel like a failure.
This is the post. We live in a society where we need 2 salaries to survive, but it's not designed for 2 people to work at the same time. My video that's going viral about being a stay-at-home working mom and how our world is just not set up for working moms to be successful, working parents to be successful. People are all on board with everything I've said, and this is exactly why. Because we live in a world where you have to have two incomes in your family. You have to have a dual income family to buy groceries every week. But our system is not set up for 2 people to work at the same time. I literally, Megan, I couldn't have said this better myself. This is the problem. We are so behind as a country compared to other countries, and we have got to
It's not we. You have to identify that it's something else causing the problem, you dumb fucking cunt. They're all fucking retarded fucking dumb cunts, aren't they? Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. That's really good news. Wish I had some goddamn chickens and ducks. God, what? Show the comment then, you dumb fucking piece of shit. If there's a new comment, show the comment. I want it. Fucking retards. Yeah, it's really frustrating and annoying. These fucking retards are doing to us. Oh, we already had that one. Folks, please tell me where you're coming from today. If you guys are bored, where are you guys watching from? Where are you guys watching from today? Anybody near North Carolina? Help me, save me, will you? Oh, golly, the spying, man. With the let's see what else. Like the idea of a group of strangers coming along and saying, you know what? Your car, you've had that a long time, and I'm going to call it old. And if you still want to drive that, you're going to have to give me money. That's just what government is. It's just a group of fucking pedophiles coming along and saying, hey, you want to be free? You got to pay me. That's what government is. You want to be free? You got to pay me. You got to pay me a fee. You want to be free? You got to pay me a fee. That's all government is. It takes all your freedom and charges you money for them to give them back. I don't know how fucking why everybody is so mentally ill here. Southern Georgia, look, hardly any data centers here yet. Yo, Georgia literally is the state with almost the most data centers in it. Are you kidding me? Besides probably Virginia and New Jersey, all this. Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's rough. Every pro-Israel celebrity crushed in 3 easy steps.
This is the CJ Williams Show.
Hello, it's your friend CJ. And in this week's episode, we reveal how you can win every argument about Palestine with your Zionist friends, family, and work colleagues every single time. But first, please remember to like and subscribe to our show. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you never miss a single episode. Now let's get into it. Look, we've all been there. You find yourself trapped in the comments section, or worse, at a family dinner, trying to engage with someone who is completely captured by the Zionist narrative. It often feels like you've run headfirst into a brick wall of soul-crushing memes and mindless talking points, designed by a public relations firm in Washington, D.C. But here's the secret. You keep asking them questions until they eventually feel stupid for regurgitating or parroting the Zionist talking point in the first place. But unfortunately, many pro-Palestine activists fall into the trap of getting bogged down in a 6-hour historical debate over 1948 or 1967, or which leader said what at the Oslo Peace Accords of 1993 or the Camp David Accords of 1978. It's a trap because the entire machinery of Zionist apologetics relies on very specific talking points and a very fragile script. And you don't beat a talking point by shouting louder than it. You beat a talking point by asking it a question it was never built to survive. Talking points are built to be said, they're not to be interrogated. You see, Zionist propaganda is a script. It's rehearsed, it's polished, and it's been focus group tested by Zionist groups for decades.
Self-defense, 50,000 dead. Jewish values, silent complicity. Ancient homeland, invented 1897. Self-hating Jew, Chew with brain and conscience. Never again, except now.
Zionists have only Hasbara, which is the Hebrew word for explaining. But in the context of Israeli propaganda, Hasbara is a public relations effort aimed at promoting Israel's image by denying its criminality and whitewashing its war crimes. But we are armed with facts, historical facts, and facts regarding international law, humanitarian law, and the United Nations are on our side, as is every major international human rights organization. Zionists, on the other hand, have lies, manipulation, and deceit to make you disbelieve a catalogue of evidence proving genocide. A catalogue that includes 64,000 videos and 18,000 photographs compiled by more than 300 journalists on the ground in Gaza during the past few years. You can access this database at archivegenocide.com. This irrefutable and damning evidence is why Israel is now the most hated country on earth, and why for the first time in US history, a clear majority of Americans now favor Palestine. But that doesn't mean Israel has given up. It has allocated a whopping $730 million for this current year to reverse global attitudes and sabotage support for Palestinians, which means your social media timelines and those of your friends are about to be hit with a tsunami of Hasbara.
Israeli practice of shaping narratives is known as
Netanyahu has reduced itself to Kudermaxing against Muslims. Make someone else look worse than them. Try to make someone else look worse than them.
Hasbara, a Hebrew word that translates to explaining and refers to Israel's public diplomacy scheme devoted to shaping public opinion, whitewashing its image, and suppressing all negative commentary. Especially given that Israel is no stranger to criticism, given its decades-long illegal occupation of Palestine and its subjugation of Palestinians. The main objective of Hasbara is to portray Israel as the victim and delegitimize Palestinians and their struggle for freedom by creating doubts about the human rights violations it seeks to deny. And because Israel has such a robust PR machine at its disposal to shape the perception of its state, as well as pro-Israeli groups and lobbies around the world, it has been able to carry out military operations that many deem to be war crimes with near total impunity.
Hasbara is the act of a dying state that knows it never once held the moral or legal high ground, not before and certainly not now. Our mission must be to ensure that Zionist money and influence never allows the state of Israel to make a comeback in the court of public opinion. Because if it stays hated, it will soon be starved of diplomatic and economic support. It will simply dismantle and die. Therefore, the goal of this episode is to help you dismantle and defeat the Hasbara manufactured arguments every single time, like Palestinian physician Dr. Hada Hamid did during this now famous exchange.
You live on stolen land, you drink stolen water, you eat stolen fruit. I find you fascinating, Mr. Dayan. I really do. I can't understand how you have such self-assurance. A man who was born in Argentina, whose family comes from the Ukraine, and is actually wanting people, sensible people, to believe that he has some connection with my country. You and your fellow settlers, nothing other than common thieves.
Obviously, we don't have the time to unpack every Zionist lie or talking point, but what we can provide is an easy-to-use three-step framework, with each weaponizing an undeniable truth about the Israeli occupation. Starting with step 1. Force the definition by setting the ethno-state trap. You see, Zionists will always try to frame the conversation around Israel's right to exist as a Jewish democratic state. But you can stop them right there by asking a simple question. How can a state be truly democratic if it legally privileges one ethnic or religious group over all others?
Is Israel a democracy?
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
It is, yes.
What makes Israel a democracy?
Well, you can vote, freedom of speech, anyone can say whatever they want.
ממשלה שנותנת חופש ביטוי לערבים, נותנת להיות כאילו ערבים וכל מיני עדות אחרות בכנסת, נותנת הכל.
But you're saying that you're in a democracy and all of this because of you have freedom of speech. No, a democracy is 3 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner, and you don't even have that. You voted for someone to vote for you, to represent you. You don't have a democracy. You don't vote on anything. You don't vote on any issues about anything. You vote for a dude to do that for you. You don't vote on anything. You don't live in a democracy. You never have, never will. If you lived in a democracy, everybody would be voting on every issue that affected anyone. That's a democracy. And you wouldn't want that. That's mob rule, you dumb fuck. It doesn't protect anybody's right to be individual.
אין מדינה דמוקרטית, כי בסופו של דבר אני הולכת ומתלבשת איך שבא לי, ואני מביאה המון מהדעות שלי.
عندنا جميع الأديان هون، عندنا الديانة اليهودية، المسيحية، الإسلام، وكمان
These people are all mentally ill. They all believe they're free until the government bashes their heads in.
نحن هون ندعم، خلينا نحكي الشواذ جنسيا من ناحية بلد
So it seems like civil rights.
You just watched a bunch of Israeli Jews.
Again, all the Republicans watch the news channels that assure them everything's fine and you're the winner. You're the right one, and Democrats are wrong. All the Democrats watch the propaganda from the news channels that tell them they're right. The Republicans are bad. So no matter what, they're all mind fucked and brainwashed and mind controlled.
Compare Israel's so-called democracy to the democratic character of European nation states by citing freedom of speech, the right to vote, and so on and so on. But the comparison is total nonsense because no democracy in Europe privileges the rights of Christians while enshrining discriminatory laws against their religious minorities. For example, a citizen of France doesn't get citizenship based on their DNA, while indigenous French residents are denied their lawful right of return simply because they're not Jewish, as is the case with Israel's discriminatory citizenship laws. By forcing Zionists to defend the mechanics of an ethno-state, you have shifted the debate from Israel's survival to basic human rights. You've made them defend inequality, and in doing so, you have forced them to admit Israel isn't a democracy, as explained by Israeli historian Jeff Halper.
I mean, how can a Jew come from Ukraine to Palestine and say this country is mine and you Palestinians have no place here? You can't. I mean, if you didn't have a story to tell, you'd just be a criminal. You'd be some guy coming in and stealing somebody else's land. Well, I don't want to be that. So to justify what you're doing and explain what you're doing, you develop a whole narrative. God gave us this land, and this is the ancient Israel, and we were driven out by the Romans, and now we're, a whole story like that.
This brings us to step 2. Cite the consensus, not your opinion. The moment you bring up human rights abuses, they will accuse you of bias, or worse, anti-Semitism. It's their default shield. Do not get emotional. Do not take the bait. Instead, step out of the ring and let the global consensus do the heavy lifting for you. You say, I'm not giving you my opinion. I am merely agreeing with the United Nations, the International Red Cross, Human Rights Watch, and Amnesty International. And when they tell you that the United Nations is biased, ask them if the largest, most respected human rights organizations on the planet are all part of this grand UN-led conspiracy. And then ask them if the UN was also biased when it established the State of Israel on stolen Palestinian land in 1948.
Which is criminal. What they did there was criminal, these fucking pedophiles in the UN.
Without consulting Palestinians or their Arab neighbors. Because when you rely on documented international law and exhaustive ground-level human rights reports, you are no longer arguing with them anymore. They are arguing with the entire civilized world. And they look unhinged doing it.
The UN Commission says Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. They claim this is the most authoritative UN finding to date. And it comes as Israel's pressing ahead with its incursion into Gaza City, with hundreds of thousands forced out once again. The 72-page report released on Tuesday concluded Israel committed 4 out of the 5 genocidal acts defined by the 1948 treaty that was meant to prevent genocide from happening again in the wake of World War II. In this case, they say those acts are 1, the killing of Palestinians in Gaza, 2, causing serious bodily or mental harm, 3, imposing measures intended to prevent births, and 4, deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about the destruction of the Palestinian population. Now, a key factor in determining whether a genocide has been committed is proving intent, something the commission says is there. It cites what it says are statements by top Israeli officials inciting genocide like this one.
אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
Step 3, the ultimate pivot to the present. Their final defense mechanism is always a history lesson. And by history, I mean Zionist revisionist history, in which they will drag you back to the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the Peel Commission, or the Nazi Holocaust. Why? Because it's easier to argue about.
What's crazy is proposing the earth is flat. Do you hear this, these pedophile retards, dude? Hey, guess what? It is. You're not walking on a mountain.
About ancient history than it is to defend an illegal occupation, a sniper shooting a child in Gaza, or a
Mountains are topography. They're not the bottom of it, the melted building.
settler burning an olive grove in the West Bank today. Therefore, you must bring them back to the present with absolute relentless focus. Cut through the historical noise and ask, does any historical grievance from 80 or 100 years ago justify the ongoing military?
More than one child killed every hour by genocidal Israel.
Occupation, the blockade, the checkpoints, and the theft of land that is happening right now this morning.
It's worth talking about the settlers themselves, because 70% of those who live in the West Bank are so-called quality of life settlers.
Ask people why they moved out here, and instead of the original mission to push forward the Israeli state, you hear things like
a very good educational system.
So there's a very nice country club.
We want to be able to have a bigger place.
We were looking for a Jerusalem suburb. The quality of life is so much better. It has nothing to do with politics.
Well, hold on. It has nothing to do with politics? I'm sorry, but it very much does. Just because it's a nice place to live doesn't make it any less illegal under international law. It's not like the Geneva Convention says the occupying power shall not transfer parts of its own civilian population into the territory it occupies unless there's like really convenient shopping and a super manageable commute to Jerusalem. Also, building on stolen land is an inherently political act, and it's worth talking about.
This is how you win. You don't let them make it about ancient maps or theological destiny. You make it about international law, human rights, and basic human dignity. Now, here's the pattern if you haven't noticed it yet. Every one of these questions does the same three things. It refuses the framing of the talking point. It asks for a definition, a source, a standard, and asks that the standard be applied consistently. And it lets the talking point answer itself into a corner instead of you making the accusation for them. So as a matter of fact, you're not actually there to win the argument. You are there to make a rehearsed line improvise, which is critical because propaganda cannot improvise. It can only recite. But if you're really good at improvisation, then you can always try destroying Zionist propaganda with some freestyle rap.
Name, legend, what's your name? I see, classic name. What do you do for a living? I see, retired, fuck yeah, that's awesome. What you used to do? You had an online farmer business. Classic. Is this your partner, Atty? Your sister. Hello, sister. What's your name? Addy. Addy and Atty. Classic names. What do you do, mate? You're an accountant. Fuck yes. Where are you guys from? Tel Aviv. Israel. You're Israeli. What's your favorite genocide? What are we talking? We're talking Armenian, Bosnian, Cambodian, Rwandan, or the one your government's committing. What's your favorite one? That one. Now, we are being quite harsh because we don't know, just because they are Israeli and xenophobic, we don't know if they support the Israeli government, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Actually, no, fuck it, I'm going to ask one. Do you guys support the Israeli government? Yes. He's nodding. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I spit it frankly. People in the place, it's fucking assy. Don't you understand? I'm sparking this. This guy used to be an online pharmacist, and that's what I mean. I'm oh so cool. When I'm on the beats, microphones I do roll. When I'm on the track, I pull rhymes from the ether. This guy used to be a fucking drug dealer. Yes, man, yes, indeed. Just dishing out that online weed. That's what I mean. I say it weekly, and your name is his name with a fucking D. Word to Addy, yes, astounding. This legend here is a fucking accountant. At accountancy, you are skilled. You can use it to count the babies Netanyahu's killed. You can count them. I believe about 20,000. They are applauding. That looks bad. Take it off the top with the freestyle raps. 100,000 Gazans killed, or Palestinians right there. So ill, I don't agree with it. Here on this ride, fuck Israel and free Palestine. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let's do something in the front row.
Israel.
He's doing. You can call that a two-state solution. Yeah, here we go. Make some noise.
Both are absolutely furious. The pedophile Israelis in there. These genocidal cocksucking pieces of shit. I hope they die today.
Well, the atmosphere is really awkward.
Anybody who supports the genocide of the Palestinians, or anyone for that matter, I hope you fucking die today, you cursed piece of fucking shit. You fucking die.
Ultimately, the Zionist argument requires a suspension of reality. Your job isn't to convert them, it's to expose that suspension of reality to everyone else watching. Stick to the facts, stick to the law, and never let them change the subject. And please, continue to support independent journalism, including
All right, you guys, I'm going to call it a day. I love you guys. I appreciate it. Please donate. I need all the help I can get. If there's anybody near North Carolina, fucking email me, man, because I don't know. I need a break. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Starting to pull in under the chin again. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Please like, share, subscribe. Much love. I love you all.